about it.
I won't talk about it.
Hello, we're live. Is that loud? I listened to it the other day and it's been really loud. You couldn't hear anyone else talk. Anyway, we're here. Hey. Oh. All right. Happy beginning of week. If it's the beginning of your week, it's not always the beginning of everybody's. But we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
That you even take a second out of your day to do this at all. We appreciate it.
It is the day that Garfield hates and whatever.
Yahoo! Yay! Hey, Chuck.
Yahoo! Made it through another week, right? We all survived another.
We did almost another month. The second month of the future.
Can't believe it's almost been. It's almost end of February already.
And it's a leap year. We're leaping into the future. Maybe the future really won't start until after the 29th. You have to cross that leap point.
I almost I don't even remember the last leap year I haven't paid attention to, but for some reason I guess I'm paying attention to the calendar on this one. Because my daughter's show is coming up here too pretty soon too. Isn't it like in about a week or so, right? Yeah. So, Yeah, next weekend. Yeah, we have to find a Amtrak type thing or something to get there to go see her. This is like her biggest show. She's playing one of the lead roles in a stage production of the movie Holes, which I've never seen. So it's like a Disney movie about kids digging holes out in the desert or something. Had Shia LaBeouf in it. That's all I know about it. And it's about racism, Lindsay says. So I don't
know. Oh, by the way, it's open panel as usual, unless we have a guest. So step right up, folks. Come and get your open panel here. Hop on and talk about whatever you want to talk about within. There's pretty broadly established guidelines by now, I think, that regular watchers kind of know, but more or less within I want to say within reason, but I know better. But anyway, yeah, come and talk about whatever you want to talk about, or talk about nothing. We do that a lot here too. Open panel is open. The panel is open.
Open panel is truly it's an open panel as a wild beast that cannot be contained or controlled. It yeah, I just say like last night I did a stream last night.
Yeah, you live streamed, huh? You and Lib and Neurojack.
Yeah, I didn't. It was really. I didn't really intend for it. I went ahead and made the panel open in case anyone would jump on. But mostly because Rowan wanted to come on.
Oh yeah, Dave Rubin.
Rowan messaged me on Discord. Rowan messaged me on Discord and said like, "Hey, I'm trying to work out the kinks of this thing I'm doing for Dave Rubin thing I'm doing." And he's like, "Do you know what Dave Rubin sounds like?" Even I was like, "Yeah, I've heard it before, you know." And I was like, "Well," and like I was planning on after you jumped offline, everything. Well, I don't know. I was just kind of riled up about that stupid True Detective thing. And I was just like, I just wanted to. I was just gonna like. I started the stream up just to rant. It was just like I just wanted to rant at
streaming.
What
was the matter? What was the matter with the program? I didn't watch it.
Oh, no. I told him no. He did a 6-hour stream on it already, and
6 hours.
For people that haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. I personally thought the ending was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't realize last night was the finale. So when it all started happening, it caught me completely off guard.
Me
And
too.
it took me to a place that the movie was not setting us up for at any point.
Yeah.
I
And so
wasn't
that's
in
all
it,
I'm going to
was
say
I?
about it. But I'm going to leave the spoilers. I'm going to
Yeah,
leave the
I'm not.
topic off.
I won't say anything specific. All I'll say is that
And this is the thing. He got it out of his system last night for 6 hours. I don't want it to loop like for
Okay.
days and days and days and days. He's
As
already
long
had
as
it.
I
He already
wasn't
has a
in it, I'm
companion part.
happy.
yeah, yeah,
No,
it's
you were
perfectly
not in
fine.
that one. Your name never came up, actually. I don't know about because Neurojack was on his stream and my name came up. I woke up to pee and I checked the
And so
YouTube and I
yeah,
hear, I hope Jeff sees this or something like that. And I'm thinking, sees what? And I watched YouTube and it's Neurojack talking about some panel
yeah,
drama.
yeah. No,
Yeah, I
like
know. Flo dropped
it got into
one.
that.
I got an alert that Flo dropped something about me, so I had to go see what it was.
Oh, yeah, the little short that he made. Just
Yeah,
our faces are in it. That's all, really.
big dummy.
Oh.
All it
So yeah,
was a clip.
that all happened last night. That's the latest update.
Well, I literally I didn't expect anyone to show up because like Jack was already on another panel last night. He was on some other panel that I'd never heard of
That
before.
Steve McRae guy.
Yeah, he was on the Steve McGray panel. He was streaming there, and and just as I was about to go on, just like I literally was just I was going on StreamYard, like I setting it up, but mostly as like a first of all, it's like a practice type thing because I'm not very good. I've never been
Come
very good
on.
at like
Huh?
doing like the
Will you quit
solo
knocking my
streaming type
stuff
thing.
over?
So I was just
I
trying
want to
to
see.
like and I figured like well instead of like torturing um torturing any individual humans with my True Detective rant, I'll just rant to the camera, and if the internet wants to watch it, they can, and if they don't, then it's not a big deal,
That,
right?
that's pretty. That's pretty bad when you spend 6 hours ranting
it
about a
wasn't.
dumb
Well, it wasn't.
television show.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't
6 hours.
all the rant, but
No,
it's
Oh,
my rant
it
was about an
started
hour
out
and
as
a half long. Like the first half hour was Rowan came on and practiced his Dave Rubin impression, and we did that, and I helped him try to tune his AI program, to make him sound more like Dave Rubin.
I
We
posted the
most of
link
the
so people can watch it too.
most of the regulars we know were over on Jesse Howell's show, The Missing Link. Well, it was
Oh, I
called
didn't know that because
High Vibe Love Tribe.
yeah, I didn't know because
Yeah,
he normally just does interviews, so I didn't think
yeah.
think of it
He
as a
ran an
panel.
open panel, and some of the stuff they were talking about, they lost me.
Oh,
I couldn't get into their philosophy on some of the things they were talking about.
well,
So
anyway,
I didn't even bother to jump up there. You had Flo up there, Joe Cool,
yeah.
Cynthia, uh, Jesse, his girlfriend Angelina. Who else was up there? Somebody else was up there. But I got there late to the party. It was like 1 o'clock when I discovered they had been streaming, and I didn't bother to go back and try to rewatch it to catch up. It was too late.
yeah, no, anyway, like I didn't expect anyone to watch it anyway. I did the thing with Rowan, and then I ranted about True Detective for about an hour and a half, and right as I was about to finish with that, then Lib and Neurojack both
Oh
jumped on,
Lord.
and
Oh
then so
Lord.
the whole thing just like derailed from there into like whatever. But it was actually a really good conversation. We had a good conversation for a really long time. It wasn't a lot of smirking or yelling or anything like that. It's actually really really chill.
Did you watch Jack stream last
Pleasant
night,
conversation.
Talcott?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't know Talcott was
I
streaming last
mean,
night.
he was talking about what is it, 32 days he has to move out.
Oh,
But he sold his house a little over a year ago, or right at a year, and part of the deal was that he got to live there for a year, lease free or rent free as part of the purchase price. But what struck me is you've had a whole year to know this day was coming, and wait to the last minute to think about what you're going to do is befuddling to me.
Did you talk to him about it? Hey, Jeff, Dog Jeff.
No, I
Choppa.
can't go up on this panel. I'm disallowed.
He banned you?
Yeah. He doesn't
Wow.
want to see my pretty face.
Hey, it's the Choppa in the chat.
Choppa Jeff.
Choppa Jeff.
He had some drama with Machine too. I think him and Machine are not
Who? Jack?
collaborating anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's because he called him and Machine got into it. And when he called Machine a whiny ass bitch,
Oh.
and then when he told him that Paul was right, that Cynthia, TML, Flo, and others, I forget the other names, me, were all on him for clout, to try to get clout for our own channels. I don't even have a channel.
What? That's NeuroJack said something last night about Cynthia and a group of people that were.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that part of
That what?
Jack was talking about. I know
A
Jack got
group of
frustrated.
people.
All I know is that Jack got frustrated the last time he was on our panel, and I guess he.
Well, that's because Frank was harassing him from the comments.
Yeah, I guess so. But
No, that's because as soon as he walked in, he heard me talking about him, but he didn't. He wasn't there for the whole conversation. He just caught a piece and automatically said I was thrashing him. So what about Cynthia? What was you saying about Cynthia?
I don't know.
NeuroJack was.
Yeah,
I couldn't make
I
sense
didn't know
of it
she
either.
was part of anything.
I couldn't. I couldn't make sense of it either. But
What was he saying?
It's on that stream that Chris did last night.
Oh, is it?
He's just in the chat.
Look for the part where NeuroJack leaves. It's right before that.
Okay.
Yeah, he said something about. I mean, which that
But
really
it seemed like he tied her to this group, not just Cynthia herself, but she was part of this little group that was attached to some of these channels. I don't know. I couldn't make sense of it.
It's part of whatever that stuff started with between Cynthia and TML. It's part of that.
Oh, or is it part of the there's people that think there's a email,
a cadre of people that are out to get the machine lies or something. I don't know.
Or that they script it. Yeah.
I was honestly we had a really pleasant conversation for the entire time up to that point, and then it started and suddenly jumped into that that was right at the end anyway. And it's really late into the conversation. Like we'd had a really, I mean, it wasn't the conversation I was trying to have. I was just trying to rant about pop culture stuff. I went on to get my ranting about True Detective season 4 out of my system, and I did, and that was fine. And then no one really wasn't watching no one was watching the stream up until that point at all. Anyway, I never really watched it much anyway. There was like two or three viewers maybe. But then Lib and Neuro jumped on, and Lib jumped on and talked about some stuff he was reading about, and then NeuroJack jumped on, and then it was like that turned into like political stuff. And it was fine. It was a really pleasant conversation. Until that point, and I still don't really fully understand it. I don't know. NeuroJack has some sort of issue with MoOse and
with everybody.
Cynthia.
He thinks there's
MoOse and Cynthia.
It seems like it's with everybody though, and it's spread.
Liv doesn't like me. I know that.
Well, no, not everyone's gonna like everybody. I'm sure.
But I'm so sweet and lovable.
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with iPhi either. Honestly, everybody hates him. So everyone's going to respond to people differently on here.
Yeah, Chopper Jeff, he's losing his house. It's part of the deal he made when he sold it last year.
Thank you for holding me accountable, Jonathan. We did. I was slacking on the chesties. We,
I haven't too because I've been going through all of my Twin Peaks shirts, but this is my last one. So
is that a Twin Peaks shirt?
yes, this is a Twin Peaks shirt. Yeah, this is a map. This
Oh,
is
is
like
that
the
what's
map.
on the board,
Yeah.
blackboard? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So,
I'm about
Anyway.
ready to shave. Ugh. I ain't never had a beard before. This drives me
You
crazy.
thinking about shaving?
Yeah.
Try it. I mean, it'll grow back, right? If
Yeah,
you don't
this is the
like
first time I've actually grown anything this big.
That's
Well-
an impressive one. I've never my beard doesn't grow that long. It'll get
Well,
bushy. It'll get bushier and bushier, but it won't get longer.
What
It'll
was sad was,
it'll just keep growing out kind of like this in like a bushier way.
oh
And
yeah, that's
and
what
I
this
can't and I
does.
can't take it.
This will turn into a big bush. But when it first started, I still had a little color in it. I noticed there ain't no color left though.
is that your
Well, yeah,
natural
me
color?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, originally it was brown hair, but it's all turning white, gray, white.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I had
Like
yeah,
Santa Elf.
unlike like my dad lost his hair color. My dad went gray when he was like in his like early 20s.
My
He
brother,
went
oldest brother, did too. He turned white.
and it started balding and going gray in his early 20s. For some reason, I thought I was going to hold on to my hair for much longer. My hairline started receding, but my hair color, the gray, I started getting tiny little bits of gray around 30, right? And it didn't, but it was still just very, very slight until this last. I mean, like really, what they say is true. Like the stress or what, like
Yes,
stressful situations,
yes.
it really does like actually make your hair go white. It's bizarre because before pandemic era and after pandemic era, it goes from like having a little bit of gray and white here and there to being like basically like you can see that there's some color in like the mustache, but my entire facial hair structure here is all pretty much just white now, and all my hair is gone. So
Yeah, but as far as the sides go, it's scraggly. I'm sparsely populated. You know how it goes up to your sideburns?
yeah,
It's sparsely populated going up the side.
it's got a nice smoker's yellow tinge. I've had that before too.
That's
I've had
not
that
quite
before
that. Not that much yellow in it.
Nah, I don't think it's that bad, man.
Jonathan,
Just
nice
Jonathan just
You
yelling in the comments.
used to have red in it, but the red went away as the stress level increased.
Yeah, I understand. Like there was, I think there was a very brief period whenever the color started draining out of my beard where it almost looked a little reddish to a degree too. It never did before, just because my hair it's like jet black normally. It's like I used to have like growing up I had just like jet black hair, and as whenever like the black color drains out, it kind of has a brief transitional period where it kind of gets a little brownish looking and brownish to red, and then just goes white. So it's just,
I used black boot polish a few years back to color it.
to color
I
your beard.
I
The
decided
wax
really,
in the can, boot polish.
yeah, yeah.
It's just like that stuff they sell you, what do they call it, just for men or just for beards or whatever it is.
Yeah, no, I used that stuff a couple of times.
Do any of that?
It never
That
really
stuff,
worked that well.
nope,
It never
not.
worked that well. So
It's
I
a
just
crappy product.
yeah. Yeah,
If
and I
there's
just
any
and I
men's grooming companies that want us to try out and sponsor anything,
yeah, definitely.
hit us up
There
right
we
here.
go. I'll try your beard products out. Hit me up.
Yeah, beard products. What was it? Was the
Yeah, I used to do Kool-Aid too, Auntie. In fact, people that dye their hair, like all the purple hair people, I call them Kool-Aid kids because that's what the poor people used to use to color their hair with. And for Mardi Gras, I used to do purple and the grape Kool-Aid and the lime Kool-Aid.
I knew
And it would just
someone that
wash
used to
out
use
that night.
blueberries. The juice
Well, at
from
Like
least
real
blueberries.
that's nice and natural, I guess.
in your
Yeah,
hair.
but
My
they
wife,
learned real quick how sticky that gets.
my wife swears that the best way to color your hair a crazy color is to get like the basically the bingo daubers, like those
Yeah,
Oh,
stamper stamps and stuff, like any kind of colored ink stamper type thing, and squeeze the
and
ink from
stamp your
that
head.
out. No, you just take that. You just take it.
That's-
You streak it through your hair. You streak it through your hair like that with
Oh, your
like
hair
a
looks
brush.
fierce, girl. Did you just get it stamped?
Yeah.
Is it freshly stamped?
is that what you call a bingo bitch?
A what?
Yeah. Bingo
A
bitch.
bingo bitch from all the
Uh,
stamping.
I know, like I do know that if the darker your hair is, you want it as bleached as possible before you add the color. So we would try to bleach our. Sometimes we bleach them twice. We try to bleach as much color out as
Oh,
Yeah,
possible,
bleach it
and
white
then we
as
would
white as
put
possible.
the
the
manic panic,
evil one had arrived.
electric lizard green. The evil one, yeah, Cynthia. What's up with you? Rumors are circulating.
What's this cabal you got going? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. They said you were on my panel causing trouble with somebody.
I still don't understand entire. I was
I
asking.
asked for a
I was
timestamp.
asking. I was asking Neuroject that before I even decided to. But whenever before even True Detective last night, he had said something about MoOse again. I still don't understand what his deal with MoOse is. I don't understand what MoOse has done to anybody. I don't get it. I don't.
It
I just,
Well, if they
it's
know the entire history of MoOse, that's one thing.
well, I have a feeling we're fixing to. What is it?
What? What's going on?
I don't know. We're about to hear about MoOse.
What happened with MoOse? I have no
I don't
clue.
know. Chuck said he has a history. This is MoOse the expose.
well, MoOse admits that he talked about his history with how he used to be really trollish and like really kind of bullyish in whenever he was like
I
really,
like MoOse. Like our panel is half trolls anyway. Even if he used to be a troll, as far as trolls
MoOse is
goes,
never
he's one of
trollish on our
the
panel.
most polite and well behaved and contributing trolls that I've had on the panel.
If
The
anything,
new MoOse is much better than the old MoOse.
right. Yeah,
Well,
I
we
mean,
all
if
have our
he
little
used
demons.
he used to be like like running Jack Talcott's show, and I guess which meant he was somehow connected to. He says he's connected to Paul Enslaved or something like that, and I still don't know. And I haven't, and all I said was like, well, he every time he comes on our show, he's very polite, nice, and he doesn't do anything but like say nice things, and like I mean, he doesn't even like like I was like I like if he does ever does anything messed up, then then that's fine. But like right now, I just I don't have anything negative to say about the guy. I don't know what to say. I mean, like he's a really nice dude. We have good
But
conversations. Like, what do you want me to say?
is Cynthia linked to MoOse? Is that part of the theory?
No, I guess
No.
it was MoOse and Cynthia were both part of his like the people that he said that were
the little cabal that he was.
yeah.
Who said that?
Neurojack.
What? I mean,
Chris did a live stream. Chris did a live stream last night, and it's on that. Here, I'll put the link in the back.
It's big, but his thing, Neurojack's thing with you is all about the business with TML though. I know that's that. That's
yeah, that TML.
That's all him being like. That's all him trying to.
And he said something about you were on my streams, like you were on my panel, causing trouble or messing with people. I'm like, dude, she's only been on the panel like twice. I don't remember anything.
I was like,
happening while she was on the panel.
And she came up and we invite and TML was in the chat. We invited him to come up and talk. Both talk
and
to each other,
refused.
and TML refused to come up. So that's not even a valid criticism.
And he didn't have nice things
doing
to
the stream
say.
court.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were trying to do. We were trying to arbitrate that argument or whatever, and he didn't want to come up. So since he wouldn't come up, like we, I mean, I don't think there was anything. I don't think there was anything to complain about there. I don't know. Like, I mean, she made her case, but like he was complaining. He was saying stuff back in the comments, but he was mostly just kind of being like, just being like, yeah, whatever kind of stuff, you know. And it's just like, I don't know. I just didn't think it was very. I think it was very cool in either one of their either part of it. Just because, like, I mean, like, they're just it doesn't matter. Just like
I mean, there's
get it
plenty of
out.
people that don't like each other on these panels. Like, I don't go on the panels of people I don't like. And there's plenty of people that probably don't like me and stay away from my channel, etc. I don't understand why there's a reason to fight.
Yes,
Just stay away
yes,
from each other's
Machine.
panel. Like, the panelverse is big enough where everybody can find their own little corner.
There's 8 billion people
The
in the
playground
world.
is-
There's more
is
than enough to go
huge.
around.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh,
TML.
okay. Spread the lies.
Wow. Okay. I just kind of woke up about 30 minutes ago, so this is a lot. I see TML coming at me. I'm still eating. Okay, give me a second. Let me.
Yeah, iPhi is a great
Uh-oh.
example of someone many people don't like.
You do what?
TML's
Bill
here.
has managed to somehow find a home in this little
Who?
panelverse to persist. iPhi.
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening right now. Like, I couldn't imagine how Jack would have issues with me, but if he is team TML, I'm okay with that. That's understandable. I've stated several times I would want to apologize to TML. I did hear from Tarek that if you apologize to a man of his faith, they have to accept it, which is why I assume he didn't come up, and I have to be okay with that. And I'm just gonna have to give it time and leave it there, and I'm okay with it. And I'm sorry that you don't like me, TML. That was never my intentions. I actually kind of like you, even though you don't like me. I still think you're a really cool guy. And I
Well, he
hate
thinks
that
you're a
you're going
moron
through what you're going
and a
through,
grown child.
but I'm a moron and a grown child.
Machine, you want to come up and
Yeah,
talk
Machine.
about
I mean,
you
seriously,
come
you said that if you come up here, like, our stream will be done. That's fine, dude. Like, wait, you know, like, whatever.
Wait,
We'll
what?
have
If
to-
he comes up here, our stream will be done. What does that mean?
I think he's just saying that he's going to say something so angry or something. But
Oh,
I
and
don't.
get it taken down. Well, no, don't come up here if you think you're in that state.
Well, I don't see. But what could he say? I mean, we've had people on here screaming and yelling all sorts of horrible things before. I don't think that TML could say anything that's going to get the stream taken down. Unless
Yeah, but I
unless
do
you're
also
gonna,
try to
unless you're
filter
gonna come up and pull your dick out, dude. I think we're fine.
No, don't listen to Chris. He's talking about his channel.
Jeez.
I'm just
Damn.
saying, like, unless he's
Chris.
gonna
Well-
bomb us, I don't see it happening.
She's probably not going to. You can't control her mouth. That's like everyone has the ability to go around and tell their truth. What is there to lie about, though? It's all on stream. That's what I don't understand. Like, what?
I don't.
This narrative there should not be an easier narrative to piece together than the one that's developing on these panels, because it's all archived and recorded, and everybody can go back and verify. It's like blockchain.
It's how come people from different backgrounds, different upbringings, different everything? Why is it so hard for everybody to get along?
Don't start calling me a moron and directing that my way, Machine. I didn't do
What?
anything to you. That was Lindsay. The thing about the wife thing I remember was when Lindsay came on and asked those questions.
She didn't come on our stream though, did she? Did she say that on our stream?
No, that was on I think it was on TML's.
Yeah, because I don't think that Lindsay has ever even been on our stream. My Lindsay's been on our stream. That Lindsay has never been on the stream before.
How am I spreading around something that's live on YouTube that anybody can go watch?
Yeah, I don't believe that you beat your wife at all. I will stand here and say that I do not believe any
Okay,
rumors
Machine, I'm not gonna let you do this. I don't know what state you're in right now, but I'm not gonna let you do this to yourself or the rest of us.
because, like, Machine, like, I mean, you know, I'm a friend of yours, and I support you like 100% about your stream and your relationship and everything. I don't think there's any of that stuff is true. I don't know. I don't know where I didn't even hear.
I don't know what the
stream
spreading it
happened on.
around thing is. Everybody talks about it on all the panels. I'm not the only one talking about it. Y'all probably talked about it way more than I have. and it's all happening live, so there's nothing to spread around. People can go see the original thing themselves, and if they happen to be watching that panel for whatever reason, they're going to see that. Even if they're not part of it or interested in it, they're going to see it. So it's going to spread itself around just by virtue of being in this medium. So it's not like we had this private Discord chat and then somebody went and spread around what we were talking about among ourselves. That would be one thing. But saying what happened on the stream to me is not spreading something around. It kind of all exists in this eternal space.
Truth either. We're just repeating what other people, what people have said, and we're not giving it any.
And I was there. I was on the stream live when Lindsay came on and asked the question. So I didn't. All she did was ask a question about some things she heard from other people. She didn't come on and accuse him of that or any. Like she was asking questions about it, wanted to try to get at the truth.
Well, her mistake was the source she used.
And I didn't
troll. But I wasn't part of any of that. I'm not involved in any of that. I don't know Lindsay. I don't know those people. So I don't want to get drug into drama that's not mine.
I didn't even like everybody. I had a channel until just now. That's crazy.
All right, here's Machine.
Okay.
Yeah, I kicked you out of the Discord there, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to say?
Yeah, because you think the legitimacy of people spreading fake information about me while I'm going through a separation with my wife, you think that that's all okay?
Well, I hope you don't think I'm one of those people. I haven't.
You are one of those people.
I have not spread.
You are one of those fucking people. Don't fucking lie on here on stage. You're one of those fucking people now.
Machine, I have not.
And then you want to have a conversation on your own. You want to have a conversation on your own.
I hardly know anything about you.
You want to have a conversation on your own about it when you ban me from the chat.
Second of all,
you want to have your own conversation about it when you go and ban me from the chat. So you want to have your own conversation about it without me.
That I'm getting it.
Who is banned from the chat? When?
Oh, because I just timed him out in the chat.
Okay.
He's not. You're not banned. You were just timed out for half an hour.
And I kicked you out of the fucking Discord. And I kicked you out of the fucking Discord if you think it's funny to go and spread that type of information about me when I'm going through a separation with my wife.
What information about you
some type of nonsense for your fucking drama stream? Turn it into some nonsense for your drama stream. My personal life's not your fucking drama stream when 6 people fucking watch it and I promoted the shit out of it. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, well, your stream is drama stream too. So is Talcott.
Yeah. And your stream is drama about me. So how about you shut the fuck up? How about you and this stupid old bitch?
You have been part of the drama.
So don't try to put yourself on things they don't know about. How about you and this stupid old bitch? Shut the fuck up about things you don't know about.
No, not today. Not on my channel.
No.
Not like this.
What?
All right. So I guess I'm the next person Machine's having drama with now. It happened that fast. Something about I'm spreading false information about him. Which everything I say about him, I say live on a stream, so anybody can go back and see what I said.
But we're not saying that those things are true. I do not give any veracity to any of those claims. I don't understand how it's spreading rumors. If anything, I would trying to defend you. And saying that that's ridiculous. I don't see any.
I've talked very little about Machine at all because I don't know the It's not like I said. It's not my drama. I don't know the background. I don't know the details. I'm rarely on these streams talking about Machine himself. I have no reason to. I like
you were
Machine.
Talking. We were talking more about the interaction than rather.
Right. I talk about what happens on the streams, and sometimes he's part of that,
and not the subject.
Right. But that's not me. So I don't know what he's in a state right now. I don't know what's going on with him, but anybody can go watch any previous stream and see what I said about him or what I spread or didn't spread or what was fake.
He's probably going through living hell right now with his old lady.
Right. And I think he's displacing that onto the people that tried to be part of his support.
And the only time I ever talked about him and his wife was he was having a show and I went up to give him some moral support in the
And
situation.
I still like Machine, and I don't want the stream to be like us dissecting him behind his back.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't want that either.
Right now, and I like. In fact, I said it the other day. Like, I think it was to Cynthia. I'm just giving him space, or
Right.
trying to.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh
iPhi,
Lord.
what's up?
So
Oh, I thought that was Liv.
we already covered this the other day. Remember when I was pretending to be TML and I talked to Cynthia and I explained what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cynthia's caught up, Lindsay's caught up. I think you're caught up, but you keep asking like what's going on, but we already explained it. Like
NeuroJack brought it up last night, and then Machine today brought up about me spreading false information about him. So that kind of stuff.
That part I'm not aware of. I haven't seen you, Jeff.
So you're not even all caught up yourself.
I haven't. No. What
We're
I'm saying,
all in the fog together. We're all fumbling around in the darkness.
Jeff, I'm agreeing with you that I did not observe you spreading any information about TML or his wife or Lindsay or Cynthia. All you ever do is say, I don't understand what's going on, stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's pretty obvious TML is very upset about the whole situation. He's probably still mad at Cynthia, even though I think she apologized three or four times now.
Adding to that list, that's a lot of people to be mad at.
So I think every time somebody talks about it, he feels like you guys are continuing the drama.
The only reason I'm even talking about it is because NeuroJack brought it up on Chris's stream last night with my name attached to it. He specifically said, I hope Jeff sees this, and then we started talking in the comments about it.
Yeah. And that, I mean, and it kind of came out of nowhere too, because we hadn't been talking about any of this stuff. But like, I mean,
NeuroJack
is spreading it around, and I'm responding to NeuroJack spreading it to me, if anything.
But nobody's talking about the accusation. They're just talking about the interaction of people.
Yeah. Or
am I wrong?
I'm leaving the accusation alone. I would about anything. I heard about any of you.
Hey, Chuck, the reason why nobody wants to talk about the details is because that kind of makes him more mad again, because then you have to bring up
that's personal stuff. Like
that's
the point in the first place.
That's the point.
Yeah, and I think it's bullshit
Jeff.
myself. I do not believe for a second that TML ever beat his wife or anything. I think it's ridiculous.
It doesn't matter because once Lindsay triggered him and then he got super mad about it, and then Cynthia walked into the shitstorm and then she got blamed for it as well, and now Jeff's getting blamed for it because Cynthia comes over to Jeff's stream, and it's just, it goes on forever.
But NeuroJack, this is NeuroJack's little finger stirring this pot.
He's not helping either, because
that's Machine's friend and partner and collaborate. Like
because they're partners and they run a channel together, and so obviously they're defending each other, just like you and Chris defend each other, Jeff. It's very obvious. This isn't.
We don't always defend each other.
Wrong, Lindsay.
We don't even always agree.
Not Lindsay Hawkins. Lindsay Smith or
Lindsay Smith, the well-known troll of all these panels. She trolls everybody constantly, and everyone acts surprised every time it happens. They're like, "What?"
Look at what she's
really serious.
She's never been on our show at all. She's never been on our show.
Yes, she has.
I think she might have popped on once.
I don't remember.
That's probably a good thing, because Jeff wouldn't be able to handle her trolling.
So maybe is that what NeuroJack's talking about the people that are now showing up on my panels? He's like, they do this on other people's panels, and now they're showing up on yours. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
what is happening on my panels that hasn't always happened on my panels?
It's because
drama. Drama. It's just more drama. So, anyways, you had TML on here. The best thing to do was wait for him to say his piece, but y'all started immediately arguing.
Well, he's not going to come and scream at me and act like that on my show. Like this, I just don't have it in me to.
And you're not going to go on his panel and say you're sorry or anything like that. And even though I didn't see you say or do anything, Jeff. So even if you're right, Jeff, it doesn't matter. He's upset, and just like Cynthia, even if she did nothing, it doesn't matter. He's upset,
right?
And so if TML's got a problem with Cynthia, maybe Cynthia can meet with TML, like in Discord voice chat or something, and not live streamed on the internet every time the drama.
I'm letting TML go through his thing. Nothing about my feelings about TML has changed. So I'm still up for talking with him or whatever he wants, but I'm letting him, it's all in his court right now. Reddington, what I'm saying by that is that the Cynthia thing from today and the stuff with me now and TML, that all started. The stimulus, the initiating event was Neurojack's conversation last night on Chris's channel, directed to me, and then in the comments.
Hi, Cynthia.
So, but for that, this pot would not even be stirred today. So the initial spoon for it that got
when it initially happened, Neurojack immediately jumped on anyone who was continuing the conversation and saying it wasn't appropriate to talk about Machine's wife.
I woke up to that point, in the middle of it, and heard it, but I don't know how it originally emerged from the conversation Chris and Lib were having. But it was related.
I'm just going to blame Cynthia. She's the mastermind.
Thank you, Chuck.
So the reason why they keep getting mad is because they feel like people are not saying that it was a bad idea. They just keep saying, it's okay, we can talk about anything we want. And then they say, no, that's not appropriate to talk about in public. And that's why they keep getting mad.
It's not the subject, it's just the interaction.
Neurojack and TML, Jeff. Neurojack and TML both clearly stated it was not appropriate to even talk about it in the first place. And then to continue talking about it just makes it worse. And even though people like Cynthia didn't understand why all the drama, she just simply said, "What's going on? I don't understand." And then that they perceived that as her playing along with Lindsay and saying "Oh, we'll just ask anything we want," even though Cynthia didn't say that. It doesn't matter because he's so upset. He doesn't want to listen to what anyone's saying. He's just very angry.
We are all a community here on the internet, whether we like each other
or not. Yeah.
We are, because we all go around to the same places. I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying we all know
we're a form of community.
Exactly. And sometimes people on the internet, when they go through things, they tend to be guarded and defended and don't see this as a community and don't understand that people aren't here to attack you. They're not here to bring you down. And more than likely, half of the things we're going through, if we talked about it, other people would be like, "Oh, I've been through that," and can guide each other through that.
But Cynthia, Lindsay Smith was definitely directly attacking TML.
We're not replaying the Lindsay drama again. It's all on stream.
I'm telling you what the cause of all this drama is.
That's just
who caused all this drama
of even more underlying dysfunction. But I want to make the point that TML and Neurojack both have also contributed to this community and is one reason it is the community.
Absolutely.
So I'm also concerned for that reason, because this is their community as much as it is ours.
And so the reason why they continue to stay angry is because every time someone brings it up again, they feel like they're continuing the drama.
Well, the person that brought it up again to be angry at that is Neurojack last night. That's what I was saying.
Exactly. So the cycle continues forever.
Otherwise, I would not know any of this if Neurojack had not brought it up. We would be talking about a totally different topic right now.
And this cycle continues forever. It will never end. You will talk about it, and then they'll talk about it.
I'm willing to end it for today if everyone else wants to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it off of that and turn it into something generalizationized and use this as a teaching moment for people aren't always attacking each other, and we need to understand that not everybody's out to always hurt you, and sometimes people are always defensive.
What am I bringing, Fatty? Please explain what I did.
You're bringing the stuff that we're moving on from, so let's move on.
I brought it. I brought it up
be
today.
The shining example.
No, you didn't bring it up today.
Are.
You did not. You did not bring it up.
Thank
today.
you, Chris. Thank you.
That's not. That's not at all the case. You were honestly.
But he's bringing it now. Like as we're trying to move on.
I'm resolving it. I'm telling you who caused it and how to solve it.
Oh my
so here's what should have happened, Cynthia. Okay. The very first time that Lindsay Smith asked TML,
iPhi, that is not how you move on. That's not moving on.
Can I talk to Cynthia for a second, please, Jeff?
You can go talk to her privately, but on here, we also said we want to move on.
So the first time Lindsay Smith
here's
asked
your chance
TML
to model that for
directly about his wife, she should have just apologized.
iPhi, we're not doing the Lindsay drama.
But she didn't, and she kept asking, and he kept getting
more
and
then people kept bringing it up, and we're going to break the chain here and not bring it up.
And then Cynthia walked in the room and said, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And then
he's not going to let it go. And that's like
I gave him a chance. He had like 2 or 3. I kept saying, "This is your chance, iPhi. Here's your chance. Here's your chance." So
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, is what my daddy used to always say.
Well, So what topic are we moving on to?
What topic are we moving on?
What is on your mind?
Did y'all see Jesse? Have you been keeping up with Jesse's streams? He's gone live now twice.
He's gone what?
What was the show about? I came in late last night. It was at the end.
Oh, we just talked about so many different things, but it's interesting to see Jesse as a panel host. He's had 2 panels now.
How'd it go?
It went really well. They would, when the panel would start to get upset, he would make us all do breathing exercises to bring us all down. He'd be like, "Okay, everybody, let's take deep breaths, 3 deep breaths," and we would all do it. And it would actually bring everybody down. And we learned this thing called the tapping technique.
Oh yeah,
we did Angeline taught us the tapping technique, so that was really interesting. And it's important because when you do come onto these panels, you can be triggered, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And so it's good to learn things to bring you back to center so it doesn't escalate into other things.
The one person tried to iPhi the hero, looking out for his good close friend Jeff.
What happened to iPhi?
He's just trying to get the attention back on him because he's not on the panel right now.
Is he needy?
He can come back up if he wants, but we're just not talking about the Lindsay thing.
Yeah. Anymore. Let's let it go already. Maybe it'll go away.
I like Cynthia's idea of transmuting it into something useful that we can apply to the future or our personal lives.
I don't know. The whole thing just makes me sad. I hate to see this kind of I hate to see this like degree of animosity between people that there isn't really anything to be. I don't see anything to really be upset about.
Well, everybody's at a different place, and you just have to meet people where they are. And
I know
that's what I'm trying to do with everybody involved.
And you do a great job. You do a great job, Jeff. You really do.
Well, years of experience.
It's not what you say, iPhi, it's how you say it. And a lot of times people don't understand
this. So he understand just now was because we trying to move on. He was the only keeping moving on. That's all this was about. So if you can move on, you can come back.
Let it go already, yeah. There's no resolve to be had at the moment. Just let it go. That's between them.
Well, I'm gonna go get a refill, and y'all can think.
Bring me one too.
Yeah, what are we drinking? Yeah, let's all do a shot.
I'm doing coffee.
Oh yeah, I have coffee too. Thank you. So, did y'all have a good weekend?
Good week.
We watched True Detective season 4 last night. I got really mad at it, and I went on. I decided, and everyone else went to bed, and I was still like hyped up. Needed to. I need to spurg out my excise my feelings about it on to someone. So I did a stream basically expect for no one, and then I went on there and talked about it till it was done, and then it turned, and then iPhi and Neurojack came on, and it turned into a whole other thing, and now we have this. So I guess I completely I had no intention of I did not start a drama stream at all, except like the only drama was between me and a TV show, and I feel like I inadvertently started now like TML's like mad at us and stuff like that. I'm just like, God damn it!
I don't think he's mad at you. I think you and him are fine.
I guess
now,
so.
now y'all are. That's why
I guess so. I hope so. It's just like I was like the last thing I was trying to do was try to start kind of drama. I was just ranting about a TV show for an hour and a half, and then me and Lib and Jack had a good conversation for like went on for like 3 hours. I jumped on with the intention of just like getting all that out about True Detective season 4 out, and then I was going to end the stream. But then other people jumped on. I ended up streaming for 6 hours last night. It was like 5 in the morning.
Because I woke up and y'all were still going.
Yeah,
like 6 hours late.
Okay, well, we ended up having a really good conversation. It was a really civil, non-drama conversation. And that aspect of the drama thing only came at the very tail end of it. It was like the very tail end is when any drama stuff came up at all.
So all this is your fault, Chris. I see.
Yes, that's where
to be fair to iPhi, we're supposed to be moving on, so I don't want to.
Okay, Cynthia.
Make it seem like Chris can talk about it, but not him.
Well, I'm not talking about the.
Yes.
I'm not talking about
Cynthia.
Any new information on the frozen football players out of KC?
You know what?
Frozen
it's
football
interesting
players.
you brought that up because now the family's backtracking and saying everybody needs to be supportive of the police department. So it's interesting because at first they were just really bashing them, and now they switched around and have started backing up the police department. But there hasn't been an arrest yet. But this morning, it was either this morning or this afternoon or yesterday. Like, we have a man here in Cullen County that he's already been charged with the death of somebody of a woman that overdosed on the drugs that she sold him. So I find it interesting that Texas, we don't, you sell and somebody, we handle that down here. And it's interesting in KC that this hasn't occurred, or maybe we don't even know if he's the one that has it.
Well, you remember the guy that killed that girl in Louisiana and he ran off to Tennessee?
No.
And he tried to kill that cop, BJ Brown. What was it, last year?
Oh,
I think it was last year. But yeah, that was just in the next town over from me, where he tried to kill the cop.
Are y'all familiar with the Kansas City parade shooting?
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about it a few days
y'all
ago?
know that
was Flo's girlfriend.
Flo's wife is there, and she we have a live stream where it happened on Wednesday. She came up on my live stream Friday and she talked about it, and she had some pictures. She's gone back and she's done video, and we will be talking about that again soon. So it's interesting. And Jeff, and when she started talking to me about it, I got like, oh my gosh, how am I going to handle this type of conversation? So I called 988 and asked them if they had anybody that ever pops on panels and helps. And they said no, but they guided me to places to help me teach how to lead conversations that deal with mass shooting. Because unfortunately, mass shooting does go on a lot in the U.S.
Yeah, it seems more so than other countries.
Well, but to me, that they overuse that term. Even if it's 2 people, they call it a mass shooting.
Is it a mass shooting regardless of how many people or how many people were at the event that the shots were shot off?
What's this?
What does this say? Can you make iPhi big?
You gotta make it full screen so they can read it.
What is the cartoon saying?
It's the same thing he's been saying in the chat room. I'm mad. Here's a solution. I don't want solution. I want to be mad. It's his little.
I just got a warning.
Yeah. It's my passive aggressive way of talking to Jeff because he loves solutions.
Because you're needy.
Well, we had a solution. We were moving on, and we're in it.
I moved on. What are y'all talking about? We're talking about mass shootings.
Welcome back.
Let's talk about mass shootings. That's much better.
Let's talk about traumatic events that happen to people we know and how we can help them heal.
I'm always good initially in a situation. It's only after. Go ahead, Phil. iPhi, whatever your name is.
Phil. Don't drive angry.
That's because UncleFatty's been calling you Phil for some reason.
I don't know why UncleFatty's so mad at me because I disproved his complaints about libertarians. I guess he's an authoritarian. He loves authority.
Oh, so you were successful with one person?
No, I wouldn't say successful. No. It was more he had to pay to get me booted off the panel, so I guess he doesn't like to hear the truth. Yeah.
People making all this money off of the trolls.
There is no truth.
Worst elements of the community are profit.
Y'all ain't figured that out. There ain't no truth.
Of course there's truth. There's plenty of truth.
No, it's up to each individual.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Whether there's truth or not, I don't think we as humans have the capability to access it. So it's irrelevant. It's not anything that is going to have relevance to us. Ultimately.
Hey, Chuck, is 1 + 1 = 2? Is that true?
That's a fact.
Is it true?
Some people say no.
I can accept a limited truth.
Okay. Does it matter who believes
it? The ultimate truth of reality.
Damn it.
So, Cynthia, most of the drama that I observe results from lots of piss poor miscommunication. How about you?
I agree.
And betrayal.
I agree.
Broken trust and betrayal or a sense of betrayal is at the root of a lot of trauma.
I'm sorry, I was walking away. I think it's an inability. Some people don't know how to communicate. And this isn't an easy place to learn. Like nobody's learning here to help people learn how to communicate. They're just judging each other.
We do.
I think we do that a little bit. I do think
we try somewhat to try to help people try to communicate their ideas better. I mean, that's one thing we try to do. But I mean, yeah, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do like on streams necessarily. I mean, you certainly don't want to go on verbal combat to learn how to communicate with people. That's not a good idea.
Maybe it's the way you say it, Cynthia. Maybe it's not what you say, but the way you say it.
Some stuff
See
against
how he comes.
See, sorry.
Like Red said, it's tone police.
So Joan Cool says that he has a friend that is just so smart. He just adores her, but she doesn't know how to scratch or argue and get on the panels. And she's found herself on a couple of panels before trying to speak. And of course, they just demolished her to the point where she won't come on any panels anymore. And so he was telling Jesse, I feel like she could do good here because over the last 3 years, she has become more isolated and she does want to have a community and people to talk to. But sometimes when you come here, people like iPhi or others are just, they seem attacative, even though they're not. They do.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I know. And so, and like the rant or that silver guy, Max, like some of these people they'll just hone in on you and destroy you.
Maybe I am here to attack.
I don't know the silver guy. Oh, wait till y'all meet
the Neurojack.
The silver guy is Neurojack?
Yeah, Silver Tongue Cavaliers Neurojack.
No. His name is Max something.
Max?
This guy's name is Max. Hang on, I wrote it down.
I think I met him.
Why are you calling him Silver Guy if his name is Max?
Hey, what's his name?
Silver Tongue is Neural.
The silver guy, his name is Max.
Why are you calling him Silver Guy?
Because he's all in silver. His avatar is that silver.
Oh no,
man.
I don't think I've met him.
Oh, I haven't met this person.
Right, Jonathan. See, Jonathan's right. This isn't a carnival. People want blood, but some people don't know that. Like they think, oh, look, there's people up there talking.
People need to know their safety needs and seek out the communities that can meet them where their needs are. And this is a community for a specific type of person with some resilience, a thick skin, a sense of autonomy, etc. Like people like her, this would not be a community for her needs.
No,
she would have to go find a community that's designed specifically to meet her where she is.
Right. And that's just the thing. A lot of people don't meet people where they're at. Everybody wants everybody to come where they are.
Hard. I mean, I don't know if anybody can meet everybody, every single person where they're at all the time. We have a range that we can move within, and different people can meet different people where they are.
That's why I like verbal combat, because there's no rules. You just say anything you want.
Yeah.
Well,
that's free speech.
Almost.
No tone police there. They don't care how you say it, just as long as.
Although that's the one you got called a racist on the first time you went.
Of course, because I'm the Grand Wizard.
Yes, I do take my panel life serious. And this is my
who knows? This might be studied in university classrooms years from now.
She's taking notes.
Sure.
Yeah, I have books.
What do your notes say about iPhi? I want to hear that.
I don't have anything about you yet, iPhi.
Oh,
you have to make it.
You haven't made it into the notebook.
Yeah, you haven't made enough of
notebook
impression.
worthy. She deals in high tier drama.
How many buttons do I got to push before I get on the list?
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll make it easy, Cynthia.
It's not what buttons you push; it's how you push them.
He's passive, aggressive, and needy. That's all you need to know.
It's the New York. It's that up north people. Is that the East Coast? It's those guys.
Oh,
it's growing up.
It's East Coast, New England, and it's also West Coast. Like Washington
it's growing up around all those buildings, affecting
and it's
them.
like Minneapolis, Chicago, that area too.
Oh yeah, those guys too. And it's a different. Before the internet. I mean, obviously, I met people from New York, but not like this. Not in this aggressive state. But it's their culture up there. That's the way they talk.
I love it. I love it.
iPhi, what section of the world are you in?
Flyover state.
Well, that narrows it down.
I'm not doxing myself, dude.
It has
You're
woods
talking to a robot.
Contain a trailer.
A state. iPhi, you can't even
Midwest. Are you talking?
I don't
Midwest?
even want to say what state. I'm near Texas. That's all you need to know. I'm near
Texas. And see, and in Texas,
near it.
Even and Gen X described me as a Southern lady, and I never even thought about that until he said it.
Well, because you were talking about your either your communication style or conflict style or how you are, how you come across, or and I said I just put down to that you were Southern.
But I grew up in Kentucky. Can't you tell, Chuck?
You grew up in Kentucky?
Where in Kentucky?
Oh my gosh! Did you ever go to the Derby, iPhi? That is. Did you ever go?
Yeah, when I was in college.
Do you know how to make a mint julep that actually tastes good?
No.
Well,
I've always
need absinthe, don't you?
Your culture has failed you.
But I don't miss Kentucky. It was all a bunch of rednecks and wiggers, so nothing positive there.
Jack Harlow comes out of Kentucky. That's crazy. My first dream in life was to be a jockey.
Really?
Yeah, but I was too tall. I had horses. I had horses growing up, and I wanted to be a jockey.
Just do it. Don't let your dreams be memes.
I'm too tall. I'm too tall.
You're close
Get
to
a bigger
water
horse.
in Mexico. They got donkeys.
What?
You could be a donkey jockey.
I don't want to be no donkey junkie. Yeah.
You could play donkey basketball.
You could go to a rodeo.
I've been to several. Then I wanted to be the flag girl in the rodeos because my mom used to show horses, and I wanted to be like them. So
Rodeos
I had my horse.
Dangerous. You don't want to do that.
Do what?
People can get killed in those things.
I've been to so many rodeos. I'm in Texas. I've been to so many rodeos. And bull riders. I'm in That still amazes me how those guys ride bulls. Like, what is wrong with? Why are y'all getting on that guy, that bull, tying up his balls, and then deciding to ride him? That's insane. Insanity.
I guess this is the new topic.
Yeah,
I like to bring up drama in the panel verse, and that's my bull riding.
I know you do.
The panel verse is very
that?
similar to Mechanical Bull. It reminds
Yeah, but
me
whose
of that.
balls are you going to tie up, iPhi?
Neurojacks.
My dad's side of my family.
See, okay, you instigate. For the record, the instigation point right here. Mark it. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
I just think you're talking about bull riding. Like when my dad's side of my family, that's from Spain. Like I literally have was a long line of bullfighters. They were actually fairly famous bullfighters back in the 1800s. Matadors, you know.
Yeah, I would love. Now when I was younger, I wanted to run with the bulls. There's no way in heck I would ever get near that running, but
no, yeah, that's retarded.
That's insane.
I'm like, yeah. It's just like hey, look, here I am, come kill me. Like just putting yourself in extreme danger absolutely. It's not like a prize or anything. It's not like if you survive to the end you get anything. You just ran away from bulls and that's your prize.
Nah. Sound like a load of bull to me.
I'm not gonna run away from my dinner, you know.
That's a negative, Jonathan. That is a negative.
I think not dying is the reward.
Cynthia, I'll take that out if you want me to. Quit.
I've never understood the appeal of Texas. I'm not a hot weather person. I appreciate the East Coast. Well, that's the thing about Texas. Like, it could be hot in morning, and by afternoon it could be snowing. Like Texas
it's a good place to do business.
It's bipolar.
You don't want to live there.
There's only two things that come from Texas. So
steers and queers.
No, that was in the 80s. I don't know if there's any queers left in Texas.
That would be.
Well, there is now. Since it's California 2.0, they all moved to Texas.
Yeah.
Is it becoming? That happened with Vegas. I was in there when Vegas turned into California 2.0. Seattle did a little bit. Sometimes it's good. I mean, it's mixed. Sometimes they bring improvements, but they also bring those weird changes.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those strange California people trying to take over Nashville.
You serious?
They got it all screwed up.
I might just.
What are they doing in Tennessee?
They ran from California.
You live in Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Chuck from Tennessee.
Have you ever been to the Opryland Hotel?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that the greatest place on earth?
Well, when it was still Opryland, yeah.
No, even when Opryland closed, the hotel's awesome. It's like an indoor.
Oh yeah,
forest.
It's wild. But I was born and raised at St. Louis, Missouri area. My mom and dad on up are all from Tennessee.
But anyways, any hotel that has an indoor waterfall is cool in my book.
Well, that's lots of them then.
You're
not that hard to please.
I bet it was the first.
What do you want?
Now they're all doing it and trying to act cool. That's what I'm going to build in my bunker, Jeff. I'm going to build an indoor tropical rainforest with a waterfall.
In the trailer? Inside your trailer?
Yeah, inside the single wide trailer.
Wow. On our local news last night.
That sounds very creative.
They brought in 4 busloads of illegal immigrants and dumped them in Nashville last night.
How many?
4 busloads.
They just drive the bus into the city and let them out?
Let them out. That's exactly what
they don't hook them up with the services or whatever?
Nope.
That sounds crazy to me, that they're just putting people on buses and dropping them off in the middle of the cities.
Just load them back up on buses and ship them back to California.
If a parent did that to a child or somebody, they'd be arrested.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, my wife was wigging out about it. She said, "Look at this." I said, "I know. You got Biden to thank for that."
Gary. Hey.
We should just deport all the blue states, and then our country would be in much better shape.
Support the blue states?
If they just start dropping them at the border.
Oh, deport. No, we can't deport American citizens like that.
Who says who?
It wouldn't be American. There's certain bedrock American values that make us
not with that attitude.
And if we start violating them, then we become something other than the America that we all know and love.
Cherish. Yeah, when I was in the service, I fought for everybody, good, bad.
Well,
right,
we appreciate
left, didn't matter.
Service.
If they ever draft me into the military, I won't fight for the Democrats.
I don't want you in the military. I would not feel safe
people.
with you in the military. If I ever found out you were in the military, I would feel less secure.
I'd probably end up fighting blue states or something. I'd be like, here's the enemy. I found them.
Well, we're almost to that point.
If there's a civil war, I call dibs on Hawaii.
You can have
Hawaii don't want you.
You out on your own little island and leave you there.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to put my trailer. In Hawaii.
He wants.
You can have all the blue states, Jeff, since you love them so much.
I don't like. I'm going back to Louisiana.
Are you?
Yeah.
I love that senator from down there. What's his name? He's funny as hell. I don't even know what he's doing in politics.
He's a current senator?
Yeah. I can't look it up on my phone. I can't remember his name.
I'll look it up.
Kennedy.
Oh, the one. Oh.
He's funny as hell.
Oh, he embarrasses me. I don't.
Oh, I love his antics.
He's North Louisiana. They are completely different than South Louisiana. We almost don't even count them. So, I mean, it's just the culture's so different.
It really is. Though. I can
testify. It's more like where you grew up, Chris, Texarkana. Culture.
Yeah. Like South Louisiana. No, because I've been in South Louisiana too. South Louisiana is like a different country from Northern Louisiana.
We were watching True Detective last night, and there was a line where they said this place feels like a.
Did you guys figure out
time forgot that exists outside of time? And Matthew McConaughey said something like, "Yeah, there's ghettos like this all over the world. It's all one ghetto." But it really does feel that way when you're down there. Like it's a country outside of.
Yeah. It does.
Oh yeah.
They don't. The line is something like the people here live like the outside world does not exist, and just a place outside of time.
And when he said that, alligator catcher show,
that's why I want to go live there. That quality that he just described with that line.
You ever watch the alligator catchers from Louisiana?
The ones on TV. What is it called? Swamp.
Yeah.
I used to love swamp people.
You can see that lifestyle you're talking about just from watching that show. Yeah. Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, don't question it.
We lost 2.
Oh, we lost Cynthia too.
Well, Cynthia said she was changing cameras, and then iPhi jumped off. But you're welcome to come up if you can.
Sorry if we didn't steer the conversation to iPhi only. I'm sorry.
iPhi, you're an engineer. If you did your research, you would understand the reasons why New Orleans is where it is, below sea level, and the rational engineering decisions.
I'm an engineer.
He's making naive people make fun because New Orleans is below sea level and they put it next to all these but there's reasons they did that. There was intelligent people making intelligent choices and decisions at that time for doing that. So if you think you look more foolish for trying to mock it because you look like you don't really understand why New Orleans was placed where it was. And as an engineer, I find that a particularly notable lapse.
What kind of engineer is he?
He's built every city ever known to mankind, from what I could understand. And all the detail, every single part of every city and in any engineering ever involved, iPhi's done it.
Did he build the pyramids?
I think he did.
What about volcanoes?
It was the aliens for sure. I can believe iPhi had a hand in.
He get butthurt and left, huh?
He probably
Not
just
enough drama.
The attention shifted too much for his comfort.
I'll give credit. At least Lib will stay up and hog the entire screen.
So iPhi, that's Lib 1 using iPhi 0 on that one.
Because I know Lib's watching.
He's probably not. He was up till he's probably asleep after he had to go to work this morning. He didn't even sleep last night because he was on panel with me until my time at like 5, like nearly 6 a.m. And then
is today a holiday?
Oh, it is. I got some email. It is. It's
Is it?
Because they said the banks were going to be closed.
Lincoln's birthday or something.
Is that a holiday now?
President's Day or something like that?
President's Day.
I can't believe it's still a holiday.
Yeah, it is. President's Day. Happy Presidents, y'all, everybody. Happy
I can't believe that's actually still a holiday. It's like it's kind of like because they stopped making Columbus Day a holiday thing, right?
No, it's still a holiday.
Now it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
It's Indigenous Peoples Day now. Yeah, they
stupid.
I'll bring it up again.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You guys better knock it off.
Them cats
yep.
fighting over there.
Yep.
What is?
I don't mind them fighting, but when they start running into me, what's that say? Fresh Prince. Couldn't even read it.
Fatty, fresh.
Fatty, do you take the time to type? Because you're not talk typing, to type in all of the caps and the emojis.
Oh, I guess
he's
mad at me now because he's posting all kind of pictures of me on Discord.
Pictures of you? What Discord? Well, Fatty, come on up and let's handle this one too, or at least get it out in the open. Sometimes you can't always resolve the drama in one session, but you can,
especially in comments, like
get it to the surface and pop it open.
It's very difficult to resolve any of these stuff in comments because, like, I don't even understand the context that some of these people are citing this stuff in.
Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about even text messaging on the phone. Trying to get a point across sometimes.
No, I've nearly had friendships end because of just like the fact that, like, you know, because like a missed punctuation mark or something, because like someone mistook something entirely the wrong way just because like it just didn't come across in text, you know, like I made a joke or something and like people got like super mad, like it never responded, like wouldn't talk to me for days, and like I found out like a week later, like, oh, I thought you were like saying this, and I was like, I wasn't saying that at all. What the hell are you talking about? You know, so I get very nervous about text messaging a lot, unless that's why I tend to now. Why, if you get messages from me, a lot of times they tend to be very long. I don't tend to send very short messages because I feel like short messages are what get me in trouble. So at least if I go to great lengths to describe everything I'm saying, then it makes it much harder for people to misunderstand it. I feel like, I don't know. It's probably not true.
Frank, what are you talking about? We haven't talked about the drama in forever. That was at the beginning of the stream. It was like a little flash of it very quickly, intense and brief, and then it was over. We even moved on, and I even got rid of iPhi so we could move on. So I don't know what I'm getting accused of spreading drama.
He's probably
dragging out drama, and I feel like I do the least of that of all the people in the panel.
But Frank is probably joining late, and he's probably catching up with the stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I didn't realize people actually go back and watch the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, they'll go to like and play it on like 1.5 speed or whatever, so to catch up to where we're at. And so then, like, when you're doing that, you know,
the latest is there's a big explosion or implosion between me and Machine this morning, and I'm sure I know the playbook by now because I've seen it enough times. So I'm going to be on the show. He's going to make some videos or some clips. He's going to do a show.
Well, I got about
mention it on the show.
Discord. I got 6
Oh
Discord
yeah, and I got kicked from
messages
the
about
Discord.
it.
I got kicked from Machine's Discord.
Well, I got 6 messages about it already.
What? No, you didn't, Chuck. You're exaggerating.
Yeah. No,
I don't know like
I've
how
gotten
much it's
3.
going to be in collaboration with NeuroJack or how much it's going to be independent, but I'm sure they're going to try to like lobby as many people against me as they can. But the accusation is I was spreading false information about Machine live on these streams that anybody can go back and listen to.
I'm trying to figure out, why am I a jackalope?
Because you were sitting in front of your horns and it looked cool.
And then somebody made that
fine.
meme about you too. Did you see that meme, Chuck?
About me?
No,
Which
Chuck.
one?
The
Chuck
one
has a
about
meme?
the animal sitting on the couch is you.
Yeah, the jackalope.
Yep.
I used to hunt them. They exist.
I guess iPhi left. Yeah, I'm trying to set up my new studio and get all my, because I have 2 monitors now. So I'm trying to get everything organized, because it always looks like I'm not looking at the camera. It looks like I'm looking off to the side, and
I get you. Yeah, I don't know. I used to have like because I had for work. I used to have like, I used to basically have 3 monitors for my job, and then I had a separate monitor just to like keep to keep another thing on. So I used to have like this like giant 4 monitor thing, and it was kind of a pain in the ass to deal with.
yeah, it is. It definitely is. But it's easy. I like the 2 monitors, but it is a pain.
We go back to talk about Jack.
I don't know. All the drama wears me out. It really does.
A lot of the drama affects people differently. People have talked about.
We supposedly have moved on, but there's something about it that keeps bringing us back to it.
No, I'm not.
I just threw a hand
I'm not
grenade.
talking about it more. I'm just saying.
Here's another topic. Why are you avoiding?
I'm not avoiding y'all on Discord. I freaking don't understand that. Like every time I go to Discord and there's just a bunch of messages, and then like I can't. Like it's just text like chatting messages.
It's learning how to manage your notification settings to turn
and see,
most
and then
of that off.
I always have to go back and then find the comment that Frank left the link. Then I have to go back, and then it's just I get so it's not user friendly for middle age.
It's like Reddit. You get a subreddit of a subreddit of a subreddit.
I don't.
There's a learning curve, but once you make it, like cross it, then Discord's pretty smooth and easy to use.
Like, can you just
you have to add people to your friends list before they can message you. I think Frank and I both sent you friend requests. Yeah. But so we can't message you till you accept them.
I did accept them, and then it says I have to verify my account, and then it says I can't.
Oh, because you're new to Discord. Yeah, you have to do that email verification thing.
Can you put it in the back chat again, please?
I'm not even sure how to do it. Do whatever Discord sent you when it said.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta check your Brandon. You gotta check your email and click a link. More likely.
Okay.
Brandon, let us see you on camera. Before. Do we know you?
What's the name?
Brandon Looney Tune.
Hello, I'm new here.
I know him.
Is he let honorable?
Is he allowed in our community?
Is he gonna porn bomb us or anything?
I'm gonna take the 5th.
Oh, he doesn't know.
If he's not a porn bomber, it's fine. Like we can.
I don't think he's a porn bomber.
Should we give him a chance?
Yes, give him a chance.
Welcome, Brandon. Don't do anything to mess up my stream.
Hello there.
Hi.
And down on the blue button that says stream this to your audience.
Do what?
Stream this to your audience. If it hit it, this stream will be shared over to my channel.
Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome.
Yeah, what is your channel too? We can put the link for people.
I put the link in the public chat.
I forgot
It
to
may
do
not.
that today too.
It may not let you put a link because you don't have a wrench.
I have to have the blue wrench to do that.
Right. But I think
Yeah,
you
why
can
do-
put it in the back chat if you want. I think
Private
you
chat, yeah.
can have a private chat.
It posted
Yeah,
fine.
and then,
It came up on the side. We'll make sure I'll repost it. So
And there is
Here,
a
I think is it Brandon
button.
Looney Tune Fans 2000? I found it.
Yay! Jeff's on it.
I don't want.
Welcome. What's on your mind today?
Find going on panels. See if there's that blue stream this to your audience button, and there is.
Are you building your page, Brandon?
Yes.
How long have you been on YouTube?
I opened up an account in 2017 and didn't get any subscribers till 2021.
Nice. What is your channel about? What do you like to talk about on your page?
apparently Looney Tunes is literally
Yes.
what his channel is about.
Cartoon.
I'm looking at it right now.
That's all, folks.
The history of the channel or the cartoon? I'm looking right now too.
And there's a we stream this to your audience button.
Yeah, up in the right corner.
If I hit that, this stream will be saved over to my channel.
Yes.
Is it working?
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Let me see. I'm double checking. If when you hit that stream,
Yes.
okay,
Usually you have to sign into your YouTube or connect it.
yeah, because I don't see it. I see you have a bunch coming, but I don't see you live right now. Like once you hit that and it connects to your stream, I'll see you live on your page, Brandon.
And I have to type in the title, then I have to save it.
Right. Yeah. Let us know when you've done it, and I'll double check real quick.
And I am streaming this over to my channel right now.
Mm-hmm.
And did you look at my channel?
I'm looking at your channel. I'm not seeing that you're live though. Let me see.
I hit the restream button.
Okay, you see on the very top right-hand corner in the StreamYard, it says stream this to your audience, right? That's the one you hit?
Yes, I hit that button.
And then did you click YouTube, the option to connect your channel?
Yes.
And then you put in the information. Oh, at the bottom, did you put it? Because I see you have one set up for 5 o'clock. Is that what you meant to do? I see where you're going. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're going around to other panels. Okay, close out of that and let me walk you through it, and we're going to start over, okay?
Close what?
We're just going to start all the way over. Okay? We're going to go hit that blue box, okay?
I hit the blue box a long time ago.
I know. We're starting over, though, because you have 4 going. Like, you're not pushing them through, and I'm going to show you how to push them through. You have 4 started. So after you put information, you want it to not. You are scheduling these for later, and you want to just go now.
It does not show you. It doesn't. If it's going on right now, it won't let you schedule it for later.
But you have one scheduled for 5 o'clock. You have one scheduled for 2 o'clock on 2:25, 2:22, and then
that's. My regular live's not till tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Hello to Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Hello, that's a new name I've not seen before.
Hey, Fatty.
That's a user that's been on my channel a lot.
Cool.
Nice. Usually, like people just click the button and then connect it to their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It automatically streams.
Yes.
So I don't know what it's doing with you.
That's users on Society X's panel that go on a lot. Do you have a favorite Looney Tune character?
I don't know, Chuck, but I thought that Jackalope was a spitting image of you.
It looks like it's being streamed on my end. It's showing.
Oh, you got it now? Is it now?
I think so. It's showing on the StreamYard. This channel is being streamed to this other channel, but I'm not seeing it.
You're live now, Brandon.
Yeah, I've been live.
It's just
For
not
less
showing
than
up on
1
my
minute.
channel.
For less than 1 minute. But yeah, I just hit the like button for you, Brandon. And I subscribed.
I hit the like button and subscribe as well. Yeah, so you asked if we have a favorite Looney Tunes channel, Looney Tunes character. My wife loves Marvin the Martian a lot. I think Marvin the Martian is pretty cool. I think growing up I always liked the Roadrunner Coyote cartoons the best.
Roadrunner and Coyote are my favorites, by the way.
Oh, cool.
I like Speedy Gonzalez.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. That's not the way you catch an old jackalope.
I bet yours is Yosemite Sam, Fatty.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh yeah. How did I miss
Foghorn
that?
Leghorn for sure.
Foghorn Leghorn is pretty funny actually.
I never got into Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
I never got into cartoons in general. I just didn't like them as a kid. They were too cartoony.
I was more of a Jetsons guy, really.
And I just subscribed to your channel.
I always liked it. I even like. I grew up with like Tiny Toon Adventures too. Like I grew up with like that and the original Looney Tunes things. We used to have like.
And it was so long. It was like 2 hours long.
Black Santa in my house. Every time I leave the house, I tell you what.
I hit the subscribe button, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel, so
we appreciate it.
I have the 2600, by the way.
I grew up like with Looney Tune Adventures, Animaniacs, and like Pinky and the Brain, and also like my grandmother used to buy us like these like VHS tapes that used to be like these like 2 hour like compilations of just like Looney Tunes cartoons of like all sorts and stuff
when
like that.
My peers to hop on, those. I have to put the link in my chat.
Yep. You know we might be doing some cussing there, Mr. Looney, right?
Does it give you that option?
Yeah, this isn't a PG channel.
Yeah,
I did ask for a change of topic. I was not expecting.
My channel was PG, then went up to PG-13 until I had 2 new users say the S word, so now I've been cut down to a G.
Oh yeah.
Who's on my panel for the ratings? PG-13. Sometimes it depends who's on my panel.
Oh, this is definitely not PG-13.
Yeah, this is definitely rated R.
Mad Chat sounds like NC-17, XXX.
It's adults discussing Looney Tunes.
NC-30 plus.
Yes.
Who are you talking about, Frank?
I can put this point. And lose on Oh, I can stream this to my channel. I can stream this to my channel for about an hour.
I'm gonna have to run home real quick, make sure that Black Santa's not running out my back door again.
Black. Where are you now? That's your work. That's your.
I can restream this to my channel for about an hour or so.
Okay.
There's a black.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, he goes by the name of Joe Cool.
I'm
restreaming to my channel every time.
I'm restreaming to my channel with 5 new users.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got phone bombed twice. While I was about to do a stream with the Donny Boy user from Mad Chat's Ollie, and there's Wake Up Milton from Mad Chat's channel.
What I wanted to talk to you, Cynthia, the guy that came on Jack that day that you were on.
Which one? Which time?
The panel from last week when Jack got bombed.
My sub count is 27.
Right. And then Snapper came on and was going to do some investigating and whatnot on his own.
Yeah.
That guy that Manelli is his name, has been doing this shit for 12 years. I've got a ton of fucking information on this guy.
You know, okay. I'm glad you brought that up because that's been a era of greatness for me. Because
that guy is a weirdo, dude. A straight weirdo.
Oh, because I was under the impression that was really Snaps doing that.
My mom, my channel has no swear words at all, none.
Yeah.
You're in trouble here, then.
Yeah. I got to tell you, bud, you might want to back out because.
Yep.
Yeah.
You put in my name in the title of the video.
'Cause this is definitely X-rated.
But we can try to keep it cleaned up for
We
the
can
next
keep it
hour.
clean for right now.
Yeah,
For the Looney Tunes crowd.
We don't have any reason to.
Okay.
We
No,
don't
you
have
do.
any
My
You
mouth
have it
naturally
clean
drops bombs.
for about an hour or so.
Oh,
Then
Lord.
I'll end it.
Yeah, we
I
can
can't
definitely
do
keep it
it.
clean for an hour. You
I
can't do
So
it,
can't.
Jack?
Fatty,
No.
he really does this? Like that guy, like that's not really Snaps pretending to be the
Right.
hero.
Right.
Did you
But
manage?
I'm not seeing any link or affiliation between the two, and
Okay.
and would not. I don't know. I sent a couple of the clips.
Well,
the
I'm
guys-
getting ready to hit the. I'm about to hit the restream button.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You want to talk? So, Mr. Tunes, do you know who was
There we go.
T-bombing you
I'm restreaming
the
for my
other day,
channel.
or-
What?
You see?
what-
You see? You got
How
T-bombed.
did you come
That
across
was
our channel?
Then I'll set it down. Red Glove Militant is my BFF on Mad Chat's channel. He's coming to my channel tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I see Red Glove Militant there. I'm gonna go give him a sub and everything as well. I'll usually give a sub to anybody comes in our comments or anything, so I'm giving him a sub as well. So welcome, Red Glove Militant, and addition to the and also to the sports highlight guy. Sorry, I can't remember the name right now, but I gave you both. I subscribed to all three of your channels. So.
Come on up, Joe Cool.
Make
Thank
sure
you.
you're not at mom's house when you're on panel. I'll recognize the interior.
Red Glove Militant.
Come on up and talk about Looney Tunes. You would fit right in.
Yeah, I'm on Red Glove Militant.
Yeah, I think
we are the new
Looney
Looney
Tunes kind of describes the Panelverse pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Hi,
So
imagine a land where
and I used to, and I did restream on other people's channels sometimes.
Is your audience used to you streaming to random channels, so they're not too surprised that?
Yes, I only go on panel if it has the blue button. If I actually use to see if we stream to my channel or not.
Okay.
It depends what panel it is for me to restream this on.
you like talking philosophy over there, or what's your channel all about?
I used to do shout-out videos, but I do shout-outs to my community tab instead now. I do upload full cartoons. I do mail walkthroughs sometimes. I haven't done an unboxing video in a while. Last time I did an unboxing video was back in August of last year.
Nice.
As a subscriber of Brandon's, I can attest we are used to it. Red Glove Militant. How about giving him the blue wrench?
I don't use
I've been
wrenches.
dodging wrenches since the 90s.
I haven't needed wrenches so far. Here's Busker. Hey.
And another new user. So I have 6 new users now. The highest I can go is 6.
It's all about them. You ever had a jackalope on your stream before?
No, I didn't even have none of you on my stream before.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
Yeah, hi, Brandon's audience. Welcome.
So what are you all about, my friend? Are you out in Europe somewhere?
I was finding some new panels for me to hop on, the ones that has the blue button.
I mean, I'm just asking, are you from Europe or
No.
Okay.
Just wondering.
He has a channel dedicated to Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Sounds like you had an accent. That's why I asked. That's all.
And I did subscribe to your channel.
And we subscribe to you as well.
Yep,
Was
all
the,
6 of you.
What was He-Man and Thundercats and all that stuff? Was that what was that Warner Brothers, or who did those?
It's Phil Mason.
Oh,
Yeah, Filmation. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, I got 6 more subs added.
Yeah. Yeah, we all subbed
Where
you,
are?
so.
Oh, we broke 200. Well, good.
Oh yeah, we broke 200
Halfway
2 days
there.
ago.
We can have a
We
party
almost
now,
have as
Jeff.
many subscribers as we have videos.
I did hit a sub, by the way.
Nice.
I started doing live streams back in August.
Yeah. And how's it been going for you?
Oh, that's less.
That's around the time. It's a little bit sooner than when.
Yep, the
like I
6 new.
I guess I started doing them with.
Well, I'm restreaming this with 6 new users.
Yeah.
Where's iPhi when you need him?
And favorite users on here is a Gen X, and just the first 2 on the top.
That was sure fun watching him get his butt handed to him the other night, wasn't it, Jeff?
Oh, on
Bro, I am pretty much the Looney Tunes man, by the way.
The crib.
Yeah, they used to call me Looney Tunes back in high school.
They
Some
still
of
call
us still
me.
do.
Yeah, they still call me Looney.
One of the Gen X Jeff user came to my channel panel.
Oh yeah.
There's a few Gen X dudes out there with the Gen X name. Yeah, there's
We're a
quite a
dying
few.
breed, but there's some of us left.
What about the other user's name, the Chris user? He looks kind of buffed.
I don't know, but you should definitely look up UncleFatty. He's a big fat monkey. He lives down.
Oh, another new Choppa Jeff.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Chopper Jeff.
Do you
What's
have
going
any-
on?
Do you have any-
Chris, Jeff,
yeah.
Cynthia?
Do you
Jeff?
have a favorite Looney Tunes character?
Say what now?
Do you have a favorite Looney Tunes character?
Favorite Looney Tunes? Oh man, Elmer Fudd.
Oh, I would not have thought that. That's interesting.
That Wascally
Well, that makes
Wabbit.
sense.
Wascally
Like,
Wabbit.
Chopper's out there
The Chris
hunting
user.
rabbits all the time.
The Chris user. The Chris user looks pretty buffed.
Buff?
Pretty
I
what?
am not buff.
Gee.
I am quite not buff, believe me. But
I hope he ain't looking for a date.
Nice of you to say. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's very
You don't
cool.
even know those abs he's got under that shirt.
Oh yeah, you can't see them unfortunately under the
Washboard.
layer.
You grate cheese on those abs.
Yes.
You can grate cheese in my teeth, maybe. Because they're so fucked up. So.
Well, that's 7 new users I'm restreaming on.
Yeah.
Count them.
Hi, Robert. Hi, Robert. By the way, out in the comments.
Well, it looks like everyone here must have subscribed to my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're welcome. It's open panel. We stream every day at 2 p.m. Central Time. Well, I don't know what time.
Same time every day, 7 days a week.
Same time every day, and like we're here every day, and like it's always open
Acting up.
to anybody that wants to
Acting
come on.
cool, talking about who God knows what.
One of the Gen X Jeff user came to my channel panel for a stream.
There's another Gen X Jeff.
No,
the first one.
Oh, okay.
The one on the top left corner.
Oh, you went to his stream once. Okay.
No, on my
He's
channel
saying there's
panel.
One of our audiences went over to his.
Okay.
Yes.
We're
Well,
cross pollinating.
Yeah, that's
Looney
how
Tunes
it's
universe,
supposed to
which is
work.
somehow appropriate.
I think he'd be
How long
more
does
in
your
line with
streams usually-
Tadia.
How long does your streams usually last?
It depends. Like usually they average 2 or 3 hours, but sometimes they go 5 or 6. We've done 7.
My streams are usually about an hour 60 to 120 minutes.
No, you just walked in on a stream today that's been going on for about 2.5 weeks.
There goes Fatty trying to bring it back.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Welcome.
you must be on the West Coast.
Robert Escobar show. What's up, buddy?
It's 4:43 here Eastern.
Yep.
And what if one of those users came to my channel for a stream, like my channel panel?
Was it was his name iPhi?
Like come to my Axel channel.
Yeah. What was his name?
No, I come into my channel for a stream.
Yeah, I know, but which are you asking if one of us would come onto your channel for a stream?
Yes.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, I'd be happy. I'll be happy to come on. When do you normally stream?
It depends what time the user wants to have. It depends what time the user wants to have it.
Well, just is like I'll put notifications on for you when I see you go live. I'll try to pop on sometime. Okay.
No, standalone stream with some of you.
Yeah, we can do that anytime too. We put that in the private chat. There's a Discord. I think there's a Discord link there. Do we have it up?
Cynthia,
No, we don't have it
Or
up.
I'll probably come to my channel panel when the stream is over. I do want to set for a certain day and time.
Okay, what are you doing on April 20th, right around 4:20 p.m.?
That's not for another 2 months.
That is not Looney Tunes appropriate, or maybe it is.
Right. We have a Discord for this stream. If you'd like to join that Discord, you can. I'm usually on there, and you can.
Chris, check your messages. Check your Discord.
Okay.
Tommy
the robot guy. Closed now.
How much you loving my channel?
Haven't seen it yet. Looks pretty cool though.
Going on
so
streaming
Jeff, what's going with you?
There's 7 new users I'm restreaming with.
I was about to check out Brandon's Looney Tunes channel. Just got done Krogering, which
you were the one Krogering. Okay.
Yeah. It's always a depressing moment going to the grocery store.
Why?
Once a
Do
week.
you use the coupons?
It's not
Do you
called
use the
Kroger.
Kroger app?
Oh yeah, I definitely did. I definitely went in and did all the digital coupons.
What if some of you came to my actual panel for a stream?
Yeah, we will. We have.
I don't allow female users. Because
Hold on. Are we being trolled here?
No, I got porn bombed. I got porn bombed once.
Did you blame all female users for porn bombing you now?
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, Jeff can't go.
Well, what happens when you get a dick pic?
Libs out, Jeff's out.
Right now. I'm going right my own stream. Look at this.
Show us a little skin, Jeff.
How much?
Oh no!
Whoa, yeah, you go, girl.
Well, I guess I won't be over at Brandon's.
Cynthia is a known.
But you can still stay in my chat though.
Oh wow,
Brandon,
thanks. I appreciate
I think
that.
you might want to reevaluate that policy of just not letting any
I also think
females
we
up.
might want to reevaluate this topic because it's being streamed to the Looney Tunes channel right now. So
about the Looney Tunes.
That's not our fault, Jeff. That's not our fault.
I know.
No,
I'm trying to be conscious.
it happened to me while I was getting. It happened to me twice. It happened to me twice.
It's the internet, bud. There's a lot of mean people out there.
Hello, Iceman.
Jeff,
Hello.
if you want
Iceman's
porn
my number one
bomb,
customer.
I'll accommodate you.
Wait, say what, Chuck?
I said, if you want pee bombed, I'll accommodate you.
No, I don't. Well, no, not from
Make that happen real quick.
Who won?
Iceman's my best customer, by the way.
Who is Santa Claus? You say?
Iceman.
Iceman. Yeah.
Hi, Iceman. Streamlab. Man, we got all kinds of people today.
Why have the Choppa Jeff user came to my YouTube channel?
What?
Like act my channel for a stream.
You want me to come to your YouTube channel? Oh, I don't know about that, man. I mean,
there's no women.
Yeah. Why would I want to? I like women.
All kinds of women.
Looney Tunes had
I mean, I'm not just here for the women, but I just think that's a terrible policy, man.
A lady bunny.
Yeah, there's ladies.
I might allow
Pepe Le Pew, that skunk was always chasing that woman.
I might allow.
What was the girl skunk?
I do allow some women sometimes, but you have to try not to say any of those things to keep my channel shut down.
You gotta deal with the situations as they come without generalizing a whole group of people, man. Like
the women are untrustworthy.
Yeah, trust me, a lot of the porn bombers in this neck of the woods
Look,
are
nice beards,
anyway.
you might have to let that lady on.
Yeah, see?
I might let you on soon.
Thank you, Frank. That's
Cynthia
nice.
is breaking doors, breaking barriers.
We're breaking
I
down
got,
the
I got a
barriers.
couple real good
God.
gals. We'll send them over to your stream. They can sit on stream, and next thing you know, you'll have like 30, 40 haters following you for the next couple of months.
See, that's how we really build channels. We all just get individual troll communities to stalk us, and then all just come together, right?
Yep. It's all about the haters.
That is not true, Frank. iReason makes it family friendly.
Are we gonna have a stream wedding soon?
No.
I keep channels family friendly.
Just the ones. Why don't we stream marry Frank and Cynthia since they're so?
Yeah, I mean the chemistry is just overwhelming.
We have bad experience with Kyla when she's so bending her boobies.
Ladies and cartoons, we come today and gather to bless this union of the Looney Tunes and the Gen X generation.
UncleFatty can marry.
Yeah, you did exorcisms and stuff.
What's that church you're part of? Christ.
I can even marry cartoons as well.
Iceman's my best customer.
Fatty could
He just
If you type in
the Iceman in the chat.
If you type in exclamation mark then put points, then you'll start getting points.
Nice. You should check out fatass.com.
Chat.
Fatass.com, that's yours.
That's not your website, is it?
This is why I love the Panelverse. You just never know what's going to happen. I never could have predicted this stream.
That domain's got to be worth millions.
My channel is GOPG.
Every day's an adventure.
PG-13 sometimes making some swear words, but not too bad, like an R-rating or NC-17. Kind of.
Well, yeah, we would. I don't think anything we do is NC-17. Even though some people
Well,
say
some
it
of
is, but
at least some.
I wouldn't. I don't know where.
Foghorn Leghorn is a pretty big cock.
You mean cock-a-doodle-doo?
There's a rooster, banty rooster.
And wasn't there like a bull too?
The Tasmanian devil. Wait, no, he's not.
Taz, yeah, Taz.
Tasmanian. I remember Taz.
I forgot about Taz. I used to love Taz when I was. I used to love Taz when I was a kid.
Oh, Marvin the Martian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love. I used to like the Taz cartoon. Tasmania.
My favorite Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Look, that was always my favorite. But I used to love Tasmania, the cartoon that was on whenever I was like, it was like Saturday morning cartoon for a while.
What does the what does the rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo? Chickens. Besides rooster.
What does the fox say?
The fox say.
Man, I hate coyotes in real life. They're the fucking meanest fucking shit.
Do you guys remember Eek
They
the
kill
Cat?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Felix?
I heard he swear words.
Yeah, I remember the name, but I don't remember the cartoon though.
Yeah, Felix is bomb.
Eek the
I heard he swear words.
It could possibly happen. Yeah, that's what we've been saying, brother.
Yeah, you might hear it, but I'm just saying. But nonetheless, is like I was just saying. But I'm still trying to talk about cartoons with you. I was saying like Tasmania when I was a kid used to come on right before a show called Eek the Cat. I remember on Fox Kids cartoons, and Eek the Cat used to be. It was one of my favorites. Eek the Cat was hilarious.
Yeah, Felix was bomb.
I can't remember Felix.
Felix the cat, the
big round cat head.
Oh yeah, the Looney Tunes.
From the 1920s. The oldest cartoon I have, the oldest one I have is from 1929.
What is that?
Felix the Cat. Felix the Cat is like that's legit too because
is he part of the Looney Tunes universe?
I don't believe so. No, he was his own separate entity. But you know, he was a huge inspiration on Bill Watterson, who created Calvin and Hobbes. And it just kind of like in a weird it's kind of a weird like even though I didn't always love Calvin and Hobbes, but Bill Watterson himself is a literal hero of mine.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like Heathcliff.
I actually did watch some of my public domain DVDs that I did. So I usually do the closing. The ones I usually do the final cartoon on some of those. When the last cartoon ends, I do the closing.
I'm more of a Mike
and then there was
Wazowski guy myself.
Garfield and Heathcliff. What was his name? The other cat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, memories are coming on back.
I didn't like the Pink Panther.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
Panther?
He was a stalker.
No.
How can you not like
24 people on your panel?
I don't remember much about the cartoon, but I remember that theme song. That theme song will never not be in my head.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's the one from the late 50s.
Yeah. That is one of the catchiest.
What if you
theme
had
songs ever
24
made.
people on your panel?
What's that?
24 people?
What?
StreamYard doesn't let us go past 10. So
Why have you had 24? What would you do with 24 on panel?
I
all
wouldn't.
talk over each other.
That's too many people per panel.
You go
I'd
crazy.
probably go like this.
Go crazy.
Oh, the wet willy. That's where I come from. What do they call that? I call that a wet willy. What do you guys call that?
The two of my.
That's how I
That's
imagine
what we
exorcism
do.
should
I
be.
guess it's a wet
They should
willy,
all start with a
Excuse
wet
me.
willy.
For sure. There's some old school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I'm thinking wrong. It's not Felix the Cat that was the inspiration on Bill Larson. It's Crazy Cat. Crazy Cat with a K. That was Crazy Cat was the one that was the big butt.
Yes.
But Felix Cat's cool too. I like him too.
The final
Check out
cartoon
Felix the
was
Cat
in the
on
early
Spotify,
40s.
too.
I did upload that on my channel.
I did you like I have some fond memories of the Pink Panther cartoon, but I can't say
No, Slugger, and I don't think I was.
Oh,
Crazy Cat. There you go. Yeah, Crazy Cat.
Oh no, 25 Sluggers on panel. It'll be waiting at Triple X.
What?
Slugger Sam from Match Has audience.
Yeah, with no women though, that's crazy.
It's fascinating to see this other part of the Panoverse with their.
Yeah, I know.
You said it's pretty much.
We're just like one little fractal of it.
So entertained by like this whole like new like.
Do you say it's pretty much
Brandon,
easier?
when you run panels, how many people do you get up on your panels at one time? 6? I'll have to watch some of your content.
Yes. It's pretty much easier not to reach students from my channel.
Yeah.
Mike
Wazowski. The bad word.
Brandon, do you mind if I ask you, Brandon, how old are you, man?
23.
Right on. Right on.
Cool.
Oh yeah. That's a good
What part
age.
of the country are you from, man?
Why you tell me where I live?
East
Coast.
Coast.
Not specific. Don't say the city, but you could say like
I'm not allowed to tell where I
area
live.
of the country, like the general area, like north, south, east, west. That's all I meant.
No.
Okay, well you know.
Flyover states, mountain states, Appalachia. You know, there's
He doesn't have.
it's
He's
broad,
like a,
broad terms.
Let me ask you
I'm
this,
not
Brandon.
trying to
What
knock
time
you.
is
I
it
don't
where
know.
you're at right now?
Is that Jeff?
4:57.
It's not me.
East Coast.
My dogs are outside, so
Jeff,
it's not me.
Somebody a dog.
Fine.
He's on the West Coast.
Okay, so what time is it there, Brandon?
4:58.
4:58.
4:58. So you're on the East Coast.
Oh, East Coast.
Yes.
Beetle Bailey. Yeah, it'll be a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The original Private Pile.
Yeah.
What?
It's kind of
very well.
crazy
Tom
how
loving
that comment continued for so long when every joke was the same thing.
How much you loving my
I didn't
channel?
know he made the same comic every day.
How much you loving my channel?
I haven't been there yet, but
I haven't. Since we're on this panel, I
been here,
haven't had a chance to look at it too much. You know, man.
Have you ever met our friend Tommy? Have you ever met Luma Tommy, Brandon?
We know a Tommy.
No.
You should check his page out. Check him out.
I'm new at
I'm
new
love
at
your stuff.
I'm new at this
your work.
channel.
Did y'all see his cooking show the other day?
Oh my God! Cynthia, he cooked like a French fry, and he dipped it in this giant bowl of ketchup. That's all I saw him cook.
I was like,
that is fucking it was fucking fantastic, man. I love Tommy's content like that.
I do love Tommy's content. It's interesting to like peek behind the veil to see what Tommy's life is like. That's what I like.
He was frying ham and floor litter, like hair and shit.
Like I would love to be Tommy's neighbor.
I mean,
you just hear him screaming and yelling in the middle of the night for no reason.
The more I'm hearing about that, the more I'm
one of
thinking
the
Tommy really is like a
user came to my channel for a stream, like actual channel panel.
Yeah.
You've never been on my panel, brother. You want to come on one of my panels one day? We talk about Satan and God.
You got a channel? I didn't know you had a channel.
I didn't know you had a panel. I didn't know you had a channel either.
Hey, Uncle Fatty, share your channel link in private chat.
Yeah,
I did that. It's already in the show. Oh, Uncle Fatty, I'm sorry.
I might.
Okay.
I know. I knew you had a channel, but I didn't know you did. I didn't know you did any panel streams. I think because I think I subscribed to your channel.
I go on panels. There's a blue stream to see an audience button.
Right.
Well, we'll get you up there someday soon, Brandon. It'll be great.
Yeah, I don't, like there's certain parts of the internet woods, or the discreets as we call them sometimes, that you might want to avoid.
I think Brandon was even on Talcott's show one day.
Yes, he came on for a little bit, and then we started dropping F-bombs, and he had to leave.
I think I would avoid verbal combat, but other than that, you're cool, man. Like everybody here is pretty nice, but verbal combat's where everybody gets really mean, so you might not want to go there.
See, the thing about verbal combat, though, it's not just about being the most extremely stupid person or being the most extravagantly outrageous person, right? It's about arguing with facts.
How much does
it's blood sports, Brandon. Check out Andrew Wilson at the Crucible. He will love your stuff as well.
Don't send him there.
Don't send him to the Crucible.
What are you trying to do?
Don't listen to
this
him.
poor kid into an actual Crucible.
Andrew doesn't need any more victims.
Kick these women off the panel already.
It's an intellectual debate, but you want to know what you're talking about, right? So when you're debating liberalism, you might want to know what liberalism actually is. So like,
I don't get the impression that Brandon's a political person in this.
How much do you love my channel, Gen X Jeff?
I haven't had a chance to.
We both went into it and subscribed to it, but we haven't had a chance to really check it out much.
Yeah, we can't really check it out when we're on live stream right now, right?
How much?
How much do you like my channel, Jen?
As much as I love Trump.
Oh God! Don't get me started, Chuck. Don't get me started.
Oh hi, hello. By the way, hello to Holly Dolly out in the comments. I know you're a more recent.
You don't see my icon, Fatty?
I saw it.
Okay.
Right there with you, Chuck. I don't think he's the best guy, but he's the best guy with the shot.
Yep.
Really?
That's my opinion.
Have you guys read all 900 pages of Project 2025 yet?
No. I've
read
conspiracy
theory
2025.
Don't break
it.
More
Real dossier.
No, it is an actual
conspiracy theory about it. There's no conspiracy theory about it. It's the Heritage Foundation.
Oh yeah,
I remember. Actively right now.
The other day.
They're actively recruiting right now for simps to be put in and installed on day one.
PPL, have no bad words.
Well, so
I don't know what bad words are, my friend.
So when you say they're recruiting for simps, how much?
This is Trump's side is recruiting for simps.
What is what's the true simp definition? Like
a sympathizer. A ride or die sympathizer that does not give a crap about what or why you are what you are, but they sympathize for you either way.
Is it a paying position though? That's what I want to.
Fatty, huh?
What? Oh yeah, yeah. There's money.
Those skin tight leathers and a box to live in.
Go to project2025.org. Go to project2025.org and
and try to fill out the slip so that you can become a recruit.
What's
not
what
I
kind
have
of
a feeling this is
organization is the
volunteer
Heritage
work, and
Foundation? I'm not familiar with any of that.
My soul is for sale, but it ain't for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and basically
who are you simping for?
what it comes down to, guys, straight up, is it's very easy. Is that as of right now, we are not a designated Christian country, right?
And it wants to change that.
And that's basically the crux that we're looking at. Is that
I don't think we should be. That's not the idea of the founding fathers. A separation.
What is it?
Project
2025.
Project 2025.
Heritage Fund. Okay, I found it.
Even somebody who considers himself a Christian, I don't agree with that. That's
wasn't that a song?
I do as well, and I have a huge problem with it. I believe that the first 16 words of the First Amendment are there for a reason, and that Madison spent his whole life, trying to figure out how to get church out of politics.
There you go. I know that. I'm well aware of that. That's a good thing.
And they spent years and years. They spent basically 18 years arguing over the first 16 words of the First Amendment, because that is the footing of the foundation. And without that footing, there is no foundation. And everything above it.
I mean, we can take values from Christianity.
Can you show your face?
We can take values from other religions too.
Right.
But there's no reason to designate ourselves as one or the other.
Lanza. This is like what you're.
And I'm all for Christianity. I am, but I kind of look at it like this. If we were a designated Christian country,
the lands.
So 48.
How can someone keep up with so many different names?
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
It's the lands. This is Brown's boy, isn't it?
I should know better.
I do it based off the moon cycle.
I have to shout out to
no, I'm just kidding.
Wait, this is Brown's boy?
This is Lanza.
Lanza is Brown's boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Among
I got a comment. I laughed really hard because I thought you said you actually called Cynthia for a second. I thought that was really funny.
He did. They did. Yeah, you don't like me, right, Brown's boy? I
just love a good pun. I'm sorry.
You don't like anybody.
I love a good pun.
He doesn't? Okay.
Don't take it personally. He doesn't.
Okay, I should
Jeff, did you kick out Brandon?
No, you guys are good. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm just listening.
No, I didn't.
Or did he leave on his own?
I think he left.
Somebody in chat was asking.
No, he left on his own and he ended his stream.
As far as I know, he's still streaming. Until he ends it on stream.
In fact, I'm working on my puzzle. I'm not even.
Yeah, he had to manually ended the stream.
No, you're good, Jeff.
Or the restream.
Hey, Chris, real quick. Chris, do you know how many episodes of True Detective season 4 is gonna have?
It's 6. It's already over.
Ended last
night. Finale was last night. It was horrible.
Damn, I guess I'm on the finale. Yeah.
I heard it was like a weird ending.
Don't watch my.
It was. Chris did a whole stream on it, so we were gonna not talk about it today to try not to spoil it for people that haven't seen it yet. But Chris did do a whole stream giving his thoughts.
I did
a really good job of setting up atmosphere, but it did not prepare us for the ending that we got. Like the payoff, it was it did this. It set us up for like the roller coaster did this, and then the drop was actually not what they set us up for. So it was like a big feeling of disappointment.
Can you imagine getting ratcheted up a really tall hill on a roller coaster, and you get to the top and you expect to go down for a really fun ride, and then instead to just go straight and just kind of like turns a little bit.
It's kind of like Game of Thrones season 8.
That kind of reminds me of that one movie where like that disease or something got out like a few years before, like 2020 vision. You know what I'm saying? There was I can't remember what it's called, but like,
the one Chris, what you said predicted
Utopia.
COVID.
Yeah, a little bit.
Utopia.
But wasn't there another movie that supposedly
there was a movie called Contagion that seems extremely close to the actual story that they told with COVID about the bats and everything. They actually have the bats and all that shit. It was like really weirdly the same thing, and it came out like 8 years before, I think, COVID, right?
Yeah, something like that, man.
I've been rewatching Mr. Robot. Anybody familiar with that show?
Who said that?
We watched the first episode.
I did.
I have watched Mr. Robot through the whole entire series 3 times, and I've never met anybody that loved that show as much as me. That is one of the greatest shows
I've been watching Mr. Robot since it came out.
I love the first 3 seasons.
Every episode. Like it was my ritual for a while.
The 4th season broke my heart.
Yeah, I just it got weird.
It's not that the weirdness.
I don't like the character. My problem.
No.
I've only watched the first episode. I can't stand the main character and that girl. She's one of the most awful creatures I've ever seen on screen.
No, that movie, that show is so well written, and it deals like before I watched that show. I had a friend that had multiple personalities, and it was hard for me to understand that. Because it
you're spoiling the show for people right now. Do you know that, Cynthia?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, if you're interested in watching it, then we probably shouldn't discuss it.
Y'all should watch it. It's an old show.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly
Cynthia,
what you're talking about.
Seriously, like I already was planning on doing like I want to go do a post-mortem on Mr. Robot. I'm gonna do like my own like what I did last night, like on a pop culture stream. I'd like you to come on. I'd like you to come on, and you can give me your argument for why season 4 isn't the worst thing that's ever happened on television, and I can tell you my argument for why it is.
I mean, I've seen it too, Chris. I'll come up with you.
That show also has
the
most
I would love to talk about
cinematography. The cinematography, the
cinematography is great.
The performance,
there's a lot that I think that they overdid.
That is a great show.
But
what about halftime shows though? Those things are pretty atrocious.
Entire series.
Do what? What was that about the entire series?
The season 4's writing completely betrays the entire series up to that point. It completely turns it into a different thing that it was not at the beginning, and it never hinted at. And I still will stand by my statement that season 4 is one of the greatest travesties I've ever seen.
If you watch it through again, there's more hints than you realize.
Season 4 was set up from season 1. You just didn't see it coming.
No.
I just didn't see it coming.
Crazy. There's a lot of foreshadowing that you don't really get until you see through.
There's a lot of foreshadowing, and I'm not talking, but that's not the stuff I'm talking about. The stuff that I'm talking about is very specific, and I'm not going to talk about in the stream. There are things. There are reveals and twists that make zero sense in season 4.
Well, luckily for you, we're watching it on Discord.
I'm going to watch the whole series now just because of you.
You say you guys?
We're only on the second episode, so you.
I didn't know that. I was watching it on my own.
No, we watched. Me and Chris and Frank watched it the other. Who else?
How do I get there, Jeff?
Like 2 days ago.
You were on there. You're on the. I saw you on the Discord.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You just have to verify your phone number.
Can y'all put this link?
Yeah, Cynthia, you have to go through that verification thing that Discord.
Okay.
To do. That's different because we've already done that when we first signed up for Discord. So you have to walk through that first, and I don't even remember doing it.
She's like Jack. She wants someone else to do it for her.
Shut up.
See, I'm investigating.
Okay, listen. I'm in here right now. Okay. And at the top, at the top it says this. Okay. Can I present to you my screen? We go through this together.
Well, no, not on live because. Then the whole world's gonna have all your personal
information.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You don't want that.
Okay,
but maybe on Discord, like I wonder if one of us could do a Discord call.
Okay,
listen. It says, hang on, at the very top, it says this is an unclaimed account. Claim it before it's lost. So then I go to claim it, and then I put in my email, and I do claim account, and then I update. Oh, okay. Hang on, y'all. Let me just finish this, okay?
Okay,
hang on.
Are you looking to donate to my Zelle account right now?
No.
Ain't nobody looking to donate to you.
Ain't nobody looking to do that.
Send me money.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Verify my email.
The fascination is a donation.
Okay. Continue to Discord. Okay. I see Frank, Song, and Jeff. So now What do I do?
Why does it sound like you're talking about a bank
to the
account?
left, there should be a list of servers, and ours, it's the little blue and black circle with the little white dot in it.
Outliers and Exile, right? You see
Yeah.
that one?
Do you see? And also, do you see the text channels like general politics, philosophy, religion, philosophy?
I see none of this.
Once you get into the server,
she's probably not in the server yet.
Oh, okay.
Outliners and Exile. I see.
So
Frank.
click
it. Yeah. That's where you want to go.
I just gotta say, this is great television.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm trying to find
content
a
is content, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes tech support is necessary for community
Jeez,
building.
guys.
It's just part of the world.
I understand. I just had to say it.
Once you get the Discord, it becomes a lot
No,
easier.
I don't disagree with it.
Okay, now I
tried
see.
to-
This is a community building channel. It's not an entertainment channel, I guess. I don't know.
It's an entertainment show. It has
How
to
do I
be.
get to the movies real quick and then we're done? Gosh.
Do you
Okay.
see
Are
voice
you in the
channels?
server? Do you see?
Yes, I see all of the chats now.
And if you click on movies, then you have joined the voice chat.
Yeah, like Chris just joined the movies.
Got
Yeah, see,
you.
because you should see me in there right now. You should see me in there right now. I am joined in the voice chat there. And
All right,
you
yep,
should-
Cynthia just joined it.
Okay. Thank you guys. Sorry for
Nice.
boring y'all.
No, you're
No,
good.
you-
You just gotta-
are you able to? No, let me see if you can. Okay, there you are. There you are.
Yeah.
I
So
you-
that's where
okay,
the
so now-
movies happen, and it'll
That's-
turn
that's
green
where-
when there's a movie playing.
Okay,
And
and then
you'll see watch stream, and then you can.
And then Frank and I can
Y'all
message you
notice?
too when we play new movies.
yeah, are y'all send out a notice? And do I need to put that on my phone so I can get this
No.
note? Like, how do I get this notification?
You can if you want to.
You can't. I mean, you can install Discord on your
There's
phone.
Discord
That's
app.
what I use. I usually like if I'm watching a movie with people on Discord, I'll usually keep my phone Discord open so I can use the chat function, so I don't have to actually minimize the movie or whatever. So like it's useful because you can use both. You can use the phone thing to chat with people while you're watching a movie or something like that. So
I would suggest turning all the notifications off on your phone so you're not getting blown up with random notifications all day long.
Yeah, it'll get annoying with notifications.
Well,
Wait,
there's
to
not
change it,
that many. There's not
Well,
that many on.
There's a
Outliers.
lot. If you
Yeah.
don't fix your settings, there's a lot.
to change the
Because you
settings,
get a notification every time somebody types a comment at any server you're in.
you just right click on Outliers and Exile, and then there'll be a spot where it says notification settings, and you can change it to like. I leave mine on @mentions, so if somebody mentions my name or everybody specifically, like it'll beep for me if I feel like looking at it.
Okay, so y'all are only on episode 2 of season 1.
We have only watched the pilot. That's all we've watched so far.
Okay.
And I did not identify with the little hacker guy at all. I couldn't stand his character and personality. I feel like we would fight if we had to hang out in the same room for too long. And the girl, she was on screen for like 2 seconds, and my skin it felt like somebody was running their fingernails underneath my
Are you
skin.
talking about Angela? Or are you talking
The blonde chick, that
Elliot.
obnoxious white girl?
The blonde chick.
Oh,
The blonde chick.
Oh my gosh.
Angela is intentionally like that at the beginning, though. She is intentionally written that way, and
Well,
she
she's
does
all-
develop.
She's like
about
every
the
white girl up
hacker
here in
chick.
Seattle. Like, that's how they act. I can't stand. They're
I
so
bet you-
invasive and
I bet you
hostile.
Cynthia could like redo it. She could redo the scene, and she could do it more white girl than the white girl.
Bro, I
Well, I
went
don't know if
and
I'm
bought
honest.
you know her heart sunglasses?
Have me running from
You
the
know
room.
when she's sitting on the bus and the train and she's sitting there like this and she has
Are you
these
talking about
heart
Darlene?
sunglasses?
Darlene,
I
that's a
went
different.
and bought them just so I could be cool like her.
My wife did the same thing. So
White people actually wear blinder sunglasses. They can only see like 10 feet in front of them.
Yeah. That is one of the best shows I've ever watched.
It's pretty good.
I have maintained that for a long time it was my favorite TV show.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Until
I
season
felt
4, I watched it a second time, and then I got very, very disappointed in myself.
I was just
For
wondering if Fatty could meet me on the 9th green. He looks like he's ready to caddy or keep score on a golf course.
Golf.
Yeah, I had some fucking really good rounds this year. Dude.
The local putt meted by the saber-toothed tiger.
It's actually the 19th hole.
Does anybody watch The Last Kingdom on Netflix?
I haven't heard of that one.
I don't even know what that is.
Never mind. Damn it! Thought I was going.
But Cynthia, if you like Mr. Robot, I do highly recommend the original UK Utopia. It's only like 12 episodes, but it's a very much in that same vein. It's got a very similar kind of like even like vibe and soundtrack and
Really?
cinematography style. Yeah.
I have the soundtrack based off of that series. Utopia. Utopia.
Yeah, I actually own the sound. The British Utopia. I actually own. It's like one of the only things at times I've ever actually bought a vinyl. I found the vinyls for both like the season 1 and season 2 Utopia soundtracks at this place here in Dallas, and I bought them just like I don't even have a turntable. I just bought them just to have them, just because I thought it was so cool that actually was released, because like the music is so good in Utopia.
Yeah.
And I would use anything with Mr. Robot for the same reason. It's got an amazing soundtrack. It's really
amazing soundtrack. You're
have you guys ever heard of a movie? It came out in 2001. It was called Lloyd, Lloyd.
I do remember something about that. I don't remember what it's about right now, but I do remember that thing.
Lloyd is about like a kid in like 5th or 6th grade, and it's like every single teacher is like the most stereotypical like person ever. Like the gym teacher, he's just constantly eating pasta and he's like yelling at the kids. Like it's like the most like I don't know, when you like look back or something, you could like totally like anybody who watches Lloyd can like relate to like many parts of that movie. It's like I think it's like the coolest like lame movie ever.
coolest lame movie ever.
List.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of.
It's free on YouTube, by the way. It is free on YouTube.
And anybody else can use those channels to show movies that they want. If we're not in there, feel free to use them.
Okay. Has anybody seen Angus? That is the coolest.
Yeah.
Angus, I remember that movie. Yeah, that's a good
fat kid, the football.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Angus? Are you talking about Angus Khan?
Angus
Khan.
No. Angus. That is my other all-time favorite movie. Angus.
Yeah, Angus is a good movie. What was it? What's
It
another
reminded me
one?
of Lucas. There was another one.
Oh yeah, Lucas. They used to call him Luca Plakia in that movie.
Yep.
Remember Powder?
Yeah.
Which is basically gender swapped Carrie with less gore.
Great movie. What about Lawnmower Man?
I never saw.
Oh God, I rewatched Lawnmower Man not that long ago.
I saw that for the first time because I liked the first one.
I thought to myself, I bet this movie was actually really cool, and I just didn't realize it. And then I watched it. It was like, oh my God, no, it's not very cool.
Dude, the ending's insane.
It is insane, but it's a very bad movie. It's a very
old
bad
one.
movie.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I was like I wanted to watch it because I actually like cut lawns and stuff. So I was like, some old dude told me. Yeah, some old dude with like white dread.
And then there's no
cutting it at all. I was like, I was like, this is what I do. I have to watch this. And then like, yeah, that ending was insane. And then I guess there's a Lawnmower Man too, and I've never seen it.
It's like the original Matrix series, what it is.
Kind of, yeah, dude.
It really is. I mean,
I actually agree with
there's
Fatty.
good ideas in it. It's just not very well made. Is the problem with it? It's like it's
it was late '80s, early '90s. Like, fuck,
it's
the S
so
wasn't even that good, but it made the movie a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, don't be wrong. I mean,
it was like me.
I got enjoyment out of it. It's bad, but I got enjoyment out of it.
I'm a little bit dumb and good looking, and I cut lawns. I resonated with it.
I hear that.
I also enjoy. I also get a strange amount of enjoyment from Johnny Mnemonic, even though that's also a terrible film. Like there's something hilarious to me about like its vision of the future. Like I mean, in the whole thing is like that he has like. It's like, you know, like he's a person who stores data in his brain. He's had parts of his brain removed and replaced with a hard drive, basically. And the amount of data that he has that in his hard drive is like 2 gigabytes. Yeah. And like, and
that was a ton. They went to the moon.
They went to the moon off 2 gigabytes.
That was an insane amount of memory. And today we'd be like 2 gigabytes. What are you going to do with that? You're going to like we can store a text file. Like,
they went to the moon off 256K.
I know exactly. I mean, I thought that I watched that movie. and just thought it was. I just couldn't stop laughing at like or Back to the Future too, with its vision of the future with where everyone has a fax machine everywhere. Like that faxes were going to be that was going to be the end all be all of like communication.
Dude, it's all about facts and communication. It's all about facts, you know.
It's all about the facts, man.
Dude, I actually worked at this like I get, what do you call it, like a fabricating place. We used to fabricate with different like materials and stuff. But like this one dude that would come in, he looked like the guy who drove that car in that movie you just said, the Back to the Future.
Right.
Dude, he was wild.
You mean
wild.
Michael J. Fox? You mean Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd?
The white guy with the white hair.
Biff?
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd. Okay, Christopher Lloyd. Okay.
Yeah. I think his name was Doc Z too.
That was like confusing me because I don't think he ever drives the DeLorean. Does he ever drive it? I guess he does in the very first scene, right? He does the first test run.
This guy drove a Golf GTI in real life.
Dude, okay, here's a funny story. Okay, it's not maybe for anybody else, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
Thank you guys.
Whenever my
first take care, Cynthia.
When my first daughter was born, we were informed that my wife had a miscarriage, and we didn't know that she was pregnant. So we went to the hospital and found out that she was having a baby. And the nurses, after I was there for it was a really intensive type thing. There was a lot of medical problems and everything. And so it was a C-section. I had to go home. I had to go home to go get her some things, right? And they told me, like, go home, get a couple hours sleep, come back with like her things. And that's what I did. I went home, I got a couple hours sleep, I gather up her things, and I go outside, and I swear to God, there were 3 DeLoreans parked at my neighbor's house. One of which had a fake flux capacitor installed in the thing. And I was already in I barely slept. I'd had like 2 hours sleep most. I was in like this surreal, like I was in like this like basic dream state because like I just found out that I was about to have a baby. I didn't know that I didn't know that 12 hours before that. I had no idea that we were about to have a baby. And I get up and gather my wife's clothes to take to the hospital, and there are 3 DeLoreans parked out next to my house, and I'm like, is this real life?
Weird, dude.
But it turns out we later talked to the neighbor because the DeLorean actually ended up staying. One of the DeLoreans stayed there, and it turns out like the neighbor had bought a DeLorean and fixed it up specifically to look like the Back to the Future one with like a fake flux capacitor and everything in it. And he was part of a club in Las Vegas of DeLorean owners, and they were having a party for the DeLorean owners. And like apparently, if I had stuck around a little bit longer, I would have seen 7. He said there was we actually had 7 parked out front at one point. And it's just I just think that's like one of the most bizarre, like I mean, like I'm just saying, like the whole chain of events, like, you know, I took her to the hospital, we didn't know she was still pregnant because they told her that she'd miscarried, found out that she was having the baby, all this stuff. I go home, I get like her sleeping, I wake up, there's 3 DeLoreans outside my house, one of which has like the flashing flux capacitor thing in it, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Get in. Let's go. Hot rod that sumbitch.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine like that? I don't know. Like that's still like I forget about it more times than I care to. But like every time I hear the term DeLorean, though, I can't help but think back about that. It's to the point where like I was a huge Back to the Future fan as a kid, but I kind of like gotten over it over the years. But now like they did a re-release of like some of the theaters here did like those like Phantom events where they play an old movie for one night. You know, they did Jaws, and they did the whole Back to the Future trilogy. We went to every one of them just out of respect for whatever part of the universe wanted us to see DeLoreans. It felt comforting to me in a weird way. It was like the universe was like saying like, you know, the future is going to be okay, I guess. Like, I don't know what exactly you could get from that, but that's how it felt to me. I was like, I started crying when I walked out. I had this moment of the tears ran down my face. I was like, there was just something so beautiful about that to me. that like at this very moment I had never seen a DeLorean in real life. That was the first time I'd ever seen one. And I saw one that was retrofitted with he even had the out of time freaking like license plate on it. It was like a perfect replica of the movie one. It was insane. And I was just like, and yeah,
I don't know why guys would do that. They're a shitty enough car without all that crap on them, you know.
They are, but I mean, it's just a movie fan thing, I guess. But it's just funny. I couldn't. And it's one thing to see one of them, but to see three of them at the same time, it's like what the hell is happening?
That is kind of cool, though. They got the Good Guys nationwide car show up here in Spokane, and there'll be maybe a dozen DeLoreans at a time, 2 or 3 of which will be cardboard and Mexi-chromed out with all the crap on it.
Oh, he did a really good job on his flux capacitor thing. It looked just like I don't know who had to do it. He was apparently some sort of finance guy or something like that, and he had a lot of money, and so like that was what he was into. So like I mean, and he was part of like that club or whatever like that, and like he invited us to after the baby was born, he invited us to a couple of like his little like house party things, because like it wasn't too long after that I saw him outside, and I was like because I had to ask him about the DeLorean thing, after all that had happened, and he was a nice guy. He invited us to some house parties, and then he moved away, and then we never saw him on a horse. But it's just it's just funny. I have an emotional connection to Back to the Future now, and the DeLorean thing because of that. It makes me feel. It like the image of the DeLorean kind of like gives me like a sense of like calm or peace, because like for some reason at that moment that made me feel like things were going to be okay, even though like things were very much not okay at that moment. Like she was in very serious medical condition, and like everything, it gave me a feeling of peace. And I remember I went back to the hospital and I was like, you won't believe what happened when I was leaving the house.
The clouds parted, the light came down, shone upon thy DeLorean.
It felt like that. It did. It felt like that. I mean, like there was like, I mean, it felt like it felt like there had to be. It felt like those moments like there must be a God, because why else would this happen today, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Anyway, that's the end of my long story.
Sense of humor. If that's God, then he has a sense of humor. Or it has a sense of humor. I don't like it calling it humor.
Whatever it is, it's definitely got a sense of humor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely has a sense of humor. If you and you know how to make God laugh, right?
I didn't know.
Well, first you make a plan. So that's how you make God laugh. That's the joke.
Make a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go that way sometimes.
I don't know. It's an old line that was done in a movie that I saw a long time ago. I didn't come up with that, but I always loved that line. It's like, well, do you know how to make God laugh? And like the guy says, like, I don't know how. And he says, first make a plan. It's like I always thought the way that the phrasing of it was like, first make a plan. I think without finishing, I thought that was a really beautiful moment of writing. It was actually Noah Baumbach's first film called Kicking and Screaming that had that in it. It was Eric Stoltz that delivered that line.
The best time to go to the dentist.
When's that?
Tooth hurty.
Oh God, Fatty, you're gonna make me have to end the stream.
Dad jokes, baby. I got dad jokes for days.
I know you can. Once you actually become a dad, you can't.
Are you a dad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once you become a dad, it's genetic. Like something changes in your actual DNA. You feel it happening as the baby's being born, and suddenly you feel the dad joke starting to form in your brain. It's very creepy. It's like a werewolf type thing, but it happens when you're children.
Yeah.
Transformation.
I would resonate with the werewolf synopsis.
It's like okay, so your wife, she's pushing a human life into the world, and at the same time the universe is pushing this whole new subconscious into yours, and that has a very poor sense of humor, that loves puns and corny jokes and all this stuff and like that, and you feel it it possessing your spirit like a ghost, and it's just like, but there's nothing you can do about it. You feel, because you feel it feels amazing. Like you're so happy and everything. You can't fight it. You know there's no point. You give into it immediately. You're just like, you embrace the cringe and you move on.
I mean, I've always said, embrace your inner fatness, right? Straight up. Like my kids call 100%. Me fat ass. For real, my kids call me fat ass.
You're like a skinny ass dude.
Your kids do? How many kids do you have?
3.
And how old are these adult kids?
23, 25, 27.
So these are adult calling you fat. Do they introduce you as fat ass? Like, this is my dad, fat ass.
Most of the kids that I coached, I coached all them through like Park and Rec soccer and Park and Rec basketball. And even to this day, I'll be out in public and I'll hear some kid, "Hey, Coach Fatty."
Hey, fat ass.
But you embraced it. You embraced it. You made it your own. That's what you got to do. Like, anybody who tries to resist the dadness, will fail. Will fail. You must embrace it. Embrace it. Make it part of yourself. Make fun of it. Have fun with it, because otherwise you will only succeed in making yourself look foolish. There is no.
I always got pissed as a kid, like early middle school, when people call me fat because my name is Pat. So Fat Pat becomes Fat Pat, and then becomes Fat Fatty because I roll big joints.
Were you fat as a kid?
Fatty Pat.
Oh no,
they just used the name Pat, and that's all they had to go on. That was really reaching.
Well, right, but that's kid shit, right? But then it
must not have been a real fat kid around.
My name was Christopher. My name was Christopher. Some people call me Christopher Robin, and we did like that. Well, there's tons of Christophers in the literature. I mean, of course, my name is Christopher Slater too. So like, then I had the AC Slater thing a lot too. So
I'm sure Jeff and I both shared the same insults. I'm sure you got it too, right, Jeff?
There weren't really any good Jeff insults.
Jeffrey Dahmer? You never got called
Dahmer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was way past my school.
Oh, really? Okay. You must be much older than me. I'm about to turn 42. I thought you were about the same age.
By at least a decade.
Yep.
Yeah, I got called Jeffrey Dahmer a whole bunch. That
rather blustery day in the 100-acre wood, isn't it there, Christopher Robin?
No, I got called Boy George and Pee Wee Herman.
Hey there, Moon.
Yeah, right.
Boy George.
What is the word of the day?
Looney Tune.
Hey, drama.
Cherry. Where's Cherry? Cherry, what's the word of the day?
I don't want to bring this up for more than
it was the secret word, so we can't tell you. We just have to have a word picked each day when somebody says it. We have some video clip that plays of laughing.
Old Cherry the chair.
Yeah, and they had all those. When I started my stream, I even said that on live stream. I said I want my stream to be like Pee Wee's Playhouse, where you have random guests drop by. Remember, the doorbell would ring, and he never knew who.
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's go see who's at the door."
Who's at the door?
And it was like Cowboy Curtis.
Add a soundboard.
Vaughn. One day it was Cyndi Lauper. I was so excited for the episode. And I said I want my stream to be like that, where somebody random people just show up, and you don't know what you're gonna get each day. And I think I did a pretty good job.
That was way ahead of its time in its day.
It really. I was an adult. I was like in high school watching Pee Wee's Playhouse because it was just so good of a kid show.
It holds up a lot better as adults. I mean, as an adult than it does whenever I was a child.
They had the little dinosaur family that lived in the wall. I love them.
Forgot about that.
I didn't like it when I was a kid. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me. I just thought it was like
it was like one of the few things on TV that did make sense to me.
But whenever I became a teenager,
it grounded me.
Adult Swim started replaying Pee Wee's Playhouse and also Saved by the Bell at one point. Whenever I was in my young adult years, and I watched it then, and I really appreciated it at the time, but I did not. I had no idea. Yes, I see. You've got some something illegal probably there. I can't tell for sure.
It's not illegal.
It's not. What is it?
Stabs.
What's
today's secret word is
help. Today's secret word is stab. What's a stab?
Dabs.
Oh, dabs. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a dab ring.
I got a quiz for all of you guys.
What are the lyrics?
I don't actually. So I was just gonna put some in my bowl and smoke it because I don't like smoking dabs like that. I feel like I'm freebasing pot.
Yeah, it really it's
Right?
over.
It does- it
Like
does
you
look-
don't
it doesn't
need
look-
with the
seem like
pot
that.
they have today. You don't need dab. Like,
Well,
you don't get
somebody
that much
gave it
more out
to
of a
me,
dab.
and it's
Yeah.
been sitting in my refrigerator for like 5 years. So
Holy shit!
Damn.
That's old.
Does it lose potency?
I don't know. I guess we'll find
Okay.
out.
Or does it
No, it
age
doesn't.
like wine?
Yeah,
No.
I remember Mr. But his puppets were like his little like beginning room, his little living room was all cozy and welcome children. And then when he took you to make believe land, it was like a horror nightmare
Oh, yeah.
world with those scary,
Yeah.
fucked up puppets.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
basically had a complete like wastoid drug addict making kids stuff. Like,
Although I watched that documentary on it, it was really, really good. I had,
No,
I
yeah,
had
he
one-
was- he
and
was
I
great.
remember when he did like the PBS fight and went in front of Congress.
Oh,
to
yeah.
fight for the fight.
The
And
fight for
I was like,
VCRs. The
damn,
fight for
that's
VCRs.
Mr. Rogers. That is a
I know, and he was a badass,
badass.
dude. He was a fucking badass in that congressional hearing, dude. He totally. I mean, like he literally like he looked like someone like you did not want to fuck with.
And he did it all in that little polite Mr. Rogers
Yeah.
way, but he still
Yeah.
went in there. He was a warrior.
Yeah,
Right.
he was.
Trying to
Quiz.
get that funding.
Here's a quiz.
Alright.
Here's a quiz.
I can
What about-
report after 5 years, it doesn't really lose that much potency.
After
No,
how long did you hit it? Like how many seconds?
I just took one little nice rip.
Like a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
all right, so it's
Yeah,
almost
it's good.
3. Let's do a quick
Never
quick thought experiment here, fellas. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say we got okay, we got Bugs and what's her name? Bugs Bunny and what's her name, right? And
Lola Bunny? Is that what we're talking about?
sure, yeah. And she's gone now, and Bugs is living alone. And Bugs is a stream hopper, and he's got his own stream, and he's a really fucking smart dude. He's probably one of the smartest fucking dudes actually on fucking live stream.
Wait, I'm already lost. What are you talking about?
This is a
So
fictional
Bugs
scenario.
Bunny,
Oh, okay.
Bugs
A
Bunny
fictional
and-
Bugs
and
Bunny
yeah.
thing?
no, it's just a thought experiment here.
Okay.
It's basically about how even though sometimes we throw a softball to our friends,
Right though.
that we don't perceive the softball as a softball, right? We perceive it either like a head buzzer or as a,
What is a head buzzer?
when you throw like a chin music,
No, I don't know any of that.
when you throw the softball up and high and inside, so it just barely grazes, so it's like,
Oh.
or it could be low, could be like an ankle
I'm
biter.
surprised that they haven't done that with
Right,
me
but
yet.
it's
Hey,
just a softball.
nobody speaks French here, Fatty.
Yeah,
I
you're
speak a
speaking
little bit.
baseball. You're speaking baseball. Like sports is not nerd language.
But
We
what's
don't-
the
we don't-
thought experiment? You're taking me out of the experiment.
So the experiment is that I'm going to put a
I'm
softball
benign
onto a
nerd.
tee, right? I'm going to put a softball onto a tee. So I'm not even pitching you a softball, right?
All right.
It's a big ball. It's easy to hit, right? It should be obvious enough. But
Right.
depending on how I approach the pitch and how I fake the pitch, and
I thought it's on a tee. It says not a
Yeah, it's
pitch.
on a tee.
exactly right. So depending on how all those circumstances line up, we might not even realize it's on a tee.
Okay.
Where
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I
so
feel
here's
like
where
I'm
I'm going.
lost inside of
to
your
get to your
experiment
point-
because
get
it
to your
started on a
point, because,
tee
like,
and now we might not even be on a tee. What are
Right,
we
so-
experimenting on?
Maybe it makes
My
make
sanity?
a point and then go back with the analogy.
People were
maybe, 'cause, like,
drinking
it's not-
before the tee was set with the softball. There was too much alcohol involved, so you couldn't really tell that the ball was sitting on the tee, and so that's where the thought experiment is.
Got it.
And
Right.
lack of sleep too. But so Bugs and what's her name? Lola's moved out.
Who's
Whatever
Lola?
their situation it is, but Bugs is there, and he's the bad boy Bugs streamer. He's the smartest fucking streamer on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. And
What's the experiment? What are we supposed to be?
okay, so we
Conceptualize.
we come to a point in time where everybody's talking shit about Bugs on these other channels, and a friend, really an honest friend, comes and says, "Hey, look, I want to ask you some really personal questions, and they might be real personal, but I want to make sure that
Is
it's a
this on
situation."
panel, live on panel, or off?
Sure.
Screen?
Yeah. And basically says,
Look, I'm not going to bust out a measuring stick for you, Fatty. I can't do it.
basically said, you know, hey, I heard there was some stuff being said over here in these other places, and you know, I just want to make sure that it's not that I don't want to make sure that they're not real, but I just want to, you know, let you know, and in doing so, you know, kind of let you hit the softball out of the park and just be able to say, no, that shit ain't happening, right?
Fatty,
so depending on how
lost.
I approach
how many rips in are you right now? Because I'm so lost.
None.
Are you talking about Illumitami and like all those pedo accusations? Because I can
No, I'm
understand where
talking
you're
about
going
what
with that.
happened here earlier today.
With TML?
Oh, okay.
Like,
who's the person in front of the T?
We agreed to move on.
No, we can. That's because I like we can. I can hear his experiment. Who's the one in front of the T?
That would be Bugs Bunny. That would be
Who is
Bugs.
Bugs Bunny in the streaming universe? Is that me? Is that TML?
No names, but he's.
Well, that's what's going to help me is when I can.
He's a good friend of all of ours. He's a good friend of all of ours,
so
and
TML.
He was by here this morning, and he had a friend stop by out of true, you know, out of true love for the man to say,
Cynthia?
You know, I heard some shit over at these other places. They're this other ballpark,
Joe Pool?
right?
He's trying to phrase the streaming drama to the story instead of just come out talk about the drama itself, which would be a lot easier.
Yeah, see,
because your framing is almost identical to the actual drama. You're not gaining anything by it.
Yeah, it is, and it should be, because I respect all people involved, and I don't really want to name names, and we all know what's going on, right?
No, I don't.
But it's easier to just talk about what's going on than to like.
So when I approach someone
directly, like,
and I came over and I said, "Hey, Chris, look, bro, there's some fucking guys over here. They're talking shit. What do you think about that? I mean, obviously it's not true. So, you know, I'm not looking for you to defend yourself, but you know, and the more convoluted I present that to you, the more it's going to seem maybe like an attack or like I'm working for the enemy, right?
It's already way convoluted enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was out there fishing. I caught 2 stingrays. I caught 3 fish.
Wait, what? You talking about the ocean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
so like I missed the whole first part, so I don't know who's behind the tee. I don't know who's pitching.
You got 2
I don't know who's in the bleachers. Yeah, I caught
you-
2 stingrays.
Did you throw them back?
So
Yeah, I threw them back, and I'm still alive to tell the tale.
Isn't that
what do you do?
Hunter got killed by a stingray?
For all intensive purposes, right? I'm talking about when Lindsay went on TML's panel.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I missed that too, but
I was watching it live. I was watching it live, and you know, I wanted to go up. I was getting ready to go up to talk to him. He was doing a panel on Jewish nationalism and how it pertains to divide and conquer of the people. And Linz came up and was like, "Hey, look, you know, these other channels are talking shit," and instead of presenting something in the way of, "Hey, look, check out this softball, hit it." Okay, she went on in the way that she does in trying to make things seem like I wanted, you know, first of all, she asked to come on stream. Okay, TML was already in a bad spot, and you know, I've been through divorce, and I'm not going to speak for anybody, but divorce is fucking lame, especially when she's, you know, potentially in your chat fucking with you type of shit. So I don't think Lynn's had any fucking malintent whatsoever. I truly believe she came in with the intent of saying, "Hey, look, here's a softball." But instead, she went on and presented a 90-second softball that became an accusation to the person that was being pitched to. And that's where all this is coming from, is that even by talking about this, we're perpetuating the story of the original story that I don't believe happened.
This was your thought experiment. I was only talking about it because you wanted to bring
I
up.
thought we were playing softball.
Thought experiment about it.
You know, I want to know what you guys think, because like
I
wanted
mean,
to come today.
it's kind of like one of those
about
things you
some
asking somebody like a horrible fucking question, like even if like it's not true, is still a hurtful thing to ask somebody. Like, do you molest your children, or do you do this or that?
Right.
Like, and
when
that's
the obvious answer,
you know,
the obvious
that's not
answer
for
is
us to
fucking.
be handling.
What I don't
online,
understand
in
is
my
how
opinion.
it got, because Machine had whatever reaction he had to her question. When I saw it, nothing struck me right away that would make me. But I'm not filtering it through Machine's experience. So
Right,
he had
right.
the reaction he had. I don't know how that ends up sucking in Cynthia, sucking in me, sucking like half the panelverse over. Why
if
it's
you guys
not
watch
just
the rest
between
of the
Lindsay
video,
and Machine.
I hopped on literally right when frickin' Lindsay was getting off, and basically told Brother Muhammad that, you know, bro, I don't fucking see it this way, and I hope you can see this as a softball, because I've been there. I've been in that situation when I've been presented with softballs, but I take them as accusation, I take them as threats, I take them as a catch-22 gotcha situation, and I honestly don't think that Lynn's presented it that way. Maybe it was just taken that way.
But that's nothing.
Yeah.
It's also nothing out of the ordinary from Machine's pattern, because he's had those types of reactions with many different people, even before Lindsay.
Yeah, and I didn't quite.
So I didn't
necessarily
see
know
anything
that,
unusual about
but,
I'm like, okay, that's just Machine and how he does.
which just surprises the fuck out of me, bro. I don't want to fucking see him the way he was.
No, I
tonight.
know he's very raw and like hyper vigilant. He has all these sensitivities. Like I've seen that since I met him, basically.
I went through the same shit.
But that's just part of his pattern. That's just part of where he is right now, his baseline.
No, I got accused of all the same stuff that he's being accused of right now, and I handled it a lot worse. So comes down to it. But I just don't see where.
I just think there's something more going on than just that, because that doesn't explain like his conflict
what's going
and
on is
interpersonal breakdowns with like everybody else after that.
He showed his flesh, man. He showed his fucking underbelly, and those guys are still poking at that same flesh.
But me and Cynthia are not poking.
You guys aren't, but that doesn't mean that everybody that even talks about it in general isn't going to be associated.
So anybody that even mentions it or talks about it now runs the risk
it's
of
perpetuating the story.
The same reaction he's having toward Lindsay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But that is something that's happening within Machine, and he needs to own that.
Right.
That's not the rest of us doing anything.
Yeah, it's all within ourselves to. You gotta handle your own shit, right? Like I have people coming around the metaverse saying MoOse this, MoOse that. Every single day I see my name in people's chats. I see people talking just slander and all kinds of shit, right?
Oh,
but that is
too?
it doesn't matter if it's a softball or a hardball or a basketball or whatever. You know, everybody's playing a different game in this life. And
Exactly.
so it's up to us, me, MoOse. Like if somebody's talking shit about me, saying stuff, it's up to me to just disregard it or handle it like a man or how I best perceive it, right? And if I don't handle it well, and then I should know that it's in a public sphere. And now everybody that has seen this is going to criticize it or it's going to be talked about, because that's the pattern that we're in. We're in a pattern where I can go to another live stream who has never even seen me before, and you'll see people that know who I am, and then they'll be coming over and they'll be saying stuff too. Like some people love me, some people hate me, but it's all within. It's all us, man. We can't blame everybody else.
Too. You know,
it is.
Yeah, it's
I can bounce into the Crucible chat, and people know who I am from Verbal Combat and fucking with Andy and whatever. But I can hop into some random chat like Buddy East Coast. Check out Buddy East Coast. He came on probably 3 a.m. or some shit the other night when we were doing the after party after the Verbal Combat, and played guitar for like 2.5 hours. Just randomly showed up and was like, "Hey man, can I play you guys a song?" And played like 12 songs. Amazing guy, Buddy East Coast. Check him out for sure. Shit like that, where I go into some random, they're like, UncleFatty, I've heard of that name. Well, yeah, it's like, it's not even a year-old name on YouTube. But if I would have treated MoOse the way that anybody else treats anybody else on fucking YouTube, the very first time that we even had a panel was when I hopped on Flow State that late night on Sunday. Mr. Pie was on shrooms. I was commenting in the chat. I was at work, fucking tripping out about fucking, I've done so many shrooms and this and that. And Flow State said, "Yeah, this guy sounds pretty good. Let's pull him up." And I fucking, as soon as I hit the button and get on the stream, Scotty's talking about something about Jews being in charge of the banks and the government or something, right? So I was just like, okay, well, yeah, it's always a good day to punch a Nazi in North Idaho. And MoOse said immediately, I just want to let the chat know that this guy's completely full of shit. Don't fucking listen to this guy. He's a fucking idiot. Don't even fucking talk to him. We should get this fucking guy out of here, Flow State.
Yeah, I did do that. I did that because that's my shtick, dude. Is I try to divert the audience's attention from something that I perceive could be a really bad thing for the channel, and I try to divert it onto me being an asshole. You know,
producing.
No, and it could have been. It very well could have been. And I've been in those situations. I've been in those chat rooms. I mean, no kidding. I had a really decent thing going on YouTube through 2008, 2012. And had a bunch of these local no-haired guys show up at a Home Depot because we were doing tool reviews, right? Tool sales. We do live tool sale reviews, and yeah, dude, we fucking thrashed that fucking Home Depot tool corral. Like
Tool
10
is
on
the best
10.
band that ever lived.
Great brawl, dude. Like millions of dollars worth of damage and shit, right? Over tools.
Yeah.
Okay. Over tools. I like red tools. I'm into Milwaukee tools. Yeah, the DeWalt guys showed up and we had a fucking rumble.
Seriously, it was actually a fight between tool fans, like fans of one kind of tools over another ones.
Mm-hmm.
That is a subculture that I just today learned existed. Like I had no idea that was a thing.
I'm a toolaholic. I will tell you guys.
I feel honored to learn about this new stuff. Every time I learn about some new bizarre subculture, I feel like I've been let in on a secret that the world knew about that I never did.
I was doing woodworking stuff and doing shop safety stuff and tool safety stuff. Being a construction business owner, guys, I've spent over 40 grand on OSHA fines in the past 20 years. Just from my guys, my friends being up on ladders, my friends not using equipment right when the OSHA people show up. As part of me even being able to do work anymore, to actually own and operate a business, I have to carry an OSHA 30 card so that there's no more ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I get busted by
one
OSHA
of my buddy's
again,
favorite scams was to rock up to work sites with a OSHA shirt on and a helmet and ask for issue
just
citations.
pull up and put your hard hat on when you're inside the car. And then pull out your camera.
You know what? Like half the time, the people working, like he'd work out a deal. They'd give him like $200, and it'd be like, "Okay, well, you guys have a great day."
But how does this tie back into the first time we met on Flow States? Like, I don't
because we ended up having a very fucking awesome conversation. We ended up having an awesome conversation, right? And I very well, it hit me for real. Like, okay, I don't know any of these guys. I've never been on this fucking stream before. I could come off. I knew who Aluminum Tommy was. I didn't know anything about the snappy stuff. And at least so I was searching flow state, as in being in the state of flow. And there's tons of videos about the flow state and how to attain this kind of enlightened sense, like when I'm on my fucking snowboard. And it's just me in the snow, right?
Yeah.
It's just you're in that zone and you're so fucking hyper focused that like time slows down, but you're almost having a fucking out of body experience type of thing. And then I ran across this panel and was like, oh yeah, these guys look cool. And fuck sure shit, Mr. Shroom's up there. Mr. Pie is doing shrooms. And I got a CNC machine that I run at night. So I was running the machine. Finally, the machine kicked off and was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll hop on with these guys. It was like 4 a.m. Yeah, it was about 4 a.m. Pacific time. And he was on to like 9 or 10 hours. And we talked for fucking 3 more hours about where I grew up, the Nazi compound being in my backyard, the Nazi church being in my backyard.
They're not real Nazis. They're those cosplay.
No.
Militia.
In the 90s?
The ones
in the
that
90s?
Liam talks about.
No.
Yeah, it's the neo-Nazis.
Did you grow up in like Montana or something?
Yeah, Idaho.
It's Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Hayden Lake, Idaho. And Reverend Richard Butler, Pastor Butler, there's a 45-minute video of him on my Discord, but it's on YouTube. So it was the national headquarters of the Aryan Nations. It was the Aryan Nations national headquarters, Aryan Nations compound. And
which are
if
not
you've ever
Nazi
seen it.
sympathizers, but
Well,
they're
I
not
mean,
like
they're
World War
straight up.
II Hitler Nazis.
No, so that's the definition that I'm very triggered by. First of all, just the word, right? But the concept of it, because we got all these political factions calling each other Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
What do we mean when we actually say Nazi in today's day and age, right? Because we got the Republicans calling Democrats Nazis, we got the Democrats calling Trump and the MAGA people Nazis, we got people all over the place just using that word. What we mean is fascist. We mean dictator.
They mean fascist, but they don't actually know what fascist means at the same time.
Right.
So
I take all of that as forms of authoritarianism, but I don't take any of these people. I take them as seriously as the God Hates Fags church, the Fred Phelps.
This is where I told the guys go about
Yeah.
holy socks.
That's how seriously I take all these people.
You know what's insane about Fred Phelps too, and that is that he was one of the biggest proponents for racial integration in the country, and he used to fight for ACLU cases before he started.
Well, the two are not incompatible. Like you can be.
I know, but isn't it just so weird that he was like he was like a progressive until it came to gay people, and then he was like a militant asshole. Like it's just so bizarre. Anyway,
but you got to know both sides of what you're going to be debating, and that's the best thing about him.
The point is, like these groups you're talking about, Nazi, this and Aryan, they seem so fringe and caricatures of.
So at the time, just look up Hayden, Idaho, Aryan Nations or something, right?
County.
Yeah. Kootenai County. So every 4th of July we have a big deal here where everybody from around comes and we have the fireworks out on the lake, right? The weekend following that, through all of the 90s, every year of the 90s, including from 87 to 2001, they would have their national youth gathering, and then the next week would be the adults national gathering, and we would have anywhere from 800 to 2,000 actual cosplaying, dressed to dressed, and or punk rock style, red suspender, red shoelaces, Doc Martens.
Oh yeah, skinhead. I remember them.
Sure. So kind of all types, but throughout the whole entire year, there was anywhere from 15 to 40 people living up at the compound, and they would come down and hang out at the parking lot in the high school and hand out flyers for their punk rock show or whatever was going on. And they were anti-drug, right? No drugs, no alcohol. But we could always go up there after school and shoot guns and shoot as many rounds as we wanted to, and drink animal beer, shit beer, and
animal beer.
How can Nazis be anti-drugs when they were all in mass?
What is animal beer?
Well, they weren't back then though. It was like any beer that has a can with an animal on it, like Schlitz.
I thought beer was made from plants.
Right, like Schlitt, like anything like hams. If it's got any type of wildlife character on it, then
like
it's animal
bulls
beer.
And cows and stuff. Yeah,
bears. Shit beer, right?
Yeah,
and dirtweed, stems and seeds. Which is where I got the name Fatty. Was taking a fucking straight ounce of brown bud and taking all the stems and seeds out of it, ending up with like a half an ounce of brown bud, grinding that all up and rolling these huge monster Cheech and Chong style doobies and whatnot.
Comedy joints. I feel like we might have strayed from the little Aryan children.
But at the same time, it was like if you've ever seen American History X, it's very
I like that movie.
Right, very kind of similar in the way that one of my buddy's older brothers was heavily influenced and was a recruit, a full-blooded member. So it was one thing to go up and watch a punk rock show and maybe go up after school once in a while and shoot some guns and drink some beer and shit.
Mm-hmm.
When I attended the maybe 5 or 6 church services is where shit got weird. Because now we're using
the Aryan
the Bible.
Nation as a political movement was tied into the religion down there in the churches.
They're Christians. The actual name of the compound was the Church of Jesus Christ Christian. And they used the Bible to justify divide and conquer tactics, they, them, other tactics, and hate thy neighbor tactics, and used certain snippets out of certain things, just like everybody does today, where we've got a whole paragraph of information and we're taking this one little verse and saying, this is what the Bible says. Yeah, it says a lot more than that though too, right? So I got to see from a firsthand experience the old guys in the back room, you know, the cigarettes and the smoke and just the old school kind of scene of how do we take over America, and talking about those tactics using books like the Anarchist Cookbook.
Were you worried that they would succeed? Like, did you see
I
them
think
as a credible threat to actually being able to take over America?
Not necessarily, no. But 20 years later, I see those tactics being used on a grand scale. I see this paranoia and this hypno programming of the way the former person talks and the way he manipulates his crowd. Yeah.
You think Trump is hypnotizing people with his voice?
In a way, yeah. Yeah. Not that he knows that he is, but he does know, because
well, how can you hypnotize by accident if you don't even know what it is you're hypnotizing
I think
people into?
I think he started off knowing. He's a smart man. He's been in front of a camera his whole life. He's an actor. He's very well versed in how to portray himself.
I think I might have to pee before we go down this road, so I'll be right back.
He's definitely very versed in persuasion. I don't know hypnotism, but I mean, I don't think you're being literal though when you're saying that. I think I understand what you mean. Like the way he communicates with a certain kind of people kind of is akin to hypnotism, maybe.
It's hypno programming, right? It's the planting of seeds, and it's letting the person come to their own reality of using that voice and bringing it up and down, and then hitting it like a minister, just like Obama would, and then bringing the tension, and then bringing a little bit more tension, and then hitting the trigger. And the trigger is anger. The trigger is fear. The trigger is the others. They, them. You know, it's this whole wedge of divide and conquer that is fascism. That is the point of fascism, is the first move of fascism, is to divide and conquer, right?
Oh yeah,
I see these tactics being
any
used.
authoritarian regime, whether it calls itself fascism or not, it's their first to move.
And I see it from the other side too. I do see it from the blue side as well, but not in the way that it's been used as a real wedge issue. And when I look at the money, and I look at who's actually backing Donald Trump, and when I look at Project 2025, I'm as far as it goes, I'm a Christian. I believe in the red letters of the book. I believe that Jesus walked the earth. I believe he was a holy being. And yeah, the spaghetti monster allows me to believe that everybody has the right to believe in whatever God they want to. You know, Christ didn't tell us, come to me on this one path. He said, meet me where you are. You know, come to me where you are in your point in life. It's not for us to call out each other's path. It's not for us to fuck with each other's path and throw dirt and sand in their eye. We come together at this point on this trail now. We came from a path to a trail. Now we want to go to a road maybe together. Or who knows what? You know, we're not promised tomorrow, right? We're promised today. Living in the here and now. The Jack Talcott stuff resonates with me so much because I've been Jack. I know where he's at. I can literally feel where he's fucking at. And I had the same shit going on with the trolls and the backstabbing and the fucking random bullshit. And you know, it gets to a point in life where it's so hard to take any information, even from a potential friend, that we see it as a threat. We see it for what we're going to take it for, and we don't see it for really what it is. And especially in rough situations, like people are talking shit about you and your family, and I want to bring you aware of it while being delicate enough. But the more awkward you make that situation, the more it's going to seem like a fucking weird situation, right? I think if Linz just would have came
doing right now, Fatty.
Are y'all back on?
Exactly, on purpose. Yes. Okay. So if I just would have came and said, "Hey, look, brother TML, these guys were talking some shit over here, and you know, fucking here you go." Obviously, it's a no, right? So here, fucking hit this ball out of the park. Lot different situation than coming in with a 90-second explanation of why you want to ask the question, and then dropping a bomb such as, you know, such as violent things that are fucking against the law and shit. Like, I don't think she was trying to spread that. I don't think she was trying to, make that, to give that accusation any more than what it was worth, other than here. These guys are dipshits. Here's the softball. Fucking hit it out and just say no. Deny it and just say no, because these guys are going to keep running with the shit. As men, we can have that. I think she was uncomfortable coming on to panel with him, and I think the whole thing's gotten blown out of proportion, because when I was going through my divorce, it didn't matter what anybody said about the situation. If they were talking about my divorce, they were talking about me doing something wrong. And it took me a few years to get past that point, to find that serenity, to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom to know the difference is the fucking hard part. And when we're being held a softball and it's like, hey, bro, check out this softball. It's a lot different than coming in and saying, hey, well, I got a softball in my pocket and I want to tell you a story about it. And I'm going to pull it out here in about fucking 15, maybe 20 minutes. Because that whole time we're rationalizing what the softball is not and accepting it for not what it's offered for, right? I think this whole thing's just a misunderstanding. I wanted to come up and talk to you guys about some cool shit today. I had the day off. And next thing I know, it was like, holy fucking fuck bomb. Shit's going off. And
yeah, but it was only like a 10, 15 minutes.
Sure.
That was still like,
but,
I mean,
but that's raw emotion. It's raw emotion.
Yeah,
it's raw
it was
feeling.
it was really
you
raw.
know?
It was raw emotion.
And whether or not you guys have shaken each other's hands or whether or not I've shaken yours, I consider everybody to be a friend.
Me too. Me too. I'm one of like.
I don't know what comes with that expectation. We
nothing. Just the fact that I think you're good people, and from the namaste point of view,
I give you the benefit of the doubt of believing that you're a good person until you prove me otherwise. That's how I feel. Like
sure.
I'm gonna take everybody on good faith until they do something that shows otherwise. And like I keep hearing all these people. I keep hearing about this person, that person is this and that, and like I'm like I don't see it. So like I mean, either show me proof or stop telling me that these people are bad and working for the devil or whatever. I mean, I'm just
right.
I'm like, okay, just like you got to give me more than just like, oh, I know, like I don't. It's just like, and it's not that I think that they're even being. I think a lot of these people believe this stuff. It's just I don't understand like why.
Why? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you guys why right now. It's because people don't see the whole story. What you see right here is you see 10 minutes of raw emotion. You see a man who's going through it. I wasn't even here, but I can tell you that, I've been there in certain situations where I've been perfectly raw emotion, 10 minutes of it. Next thing you know, it gets blown out of proportion. Nobody knows what's going on in my life. Nobody knows what happened before the stream. Nobody knows who I talked to before the stream happened to let them know that, hey, this is what's going to happen today. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to let it all out kind of thing. Stuff like that. Like, nobody knows if he actually planned that. Nobody knows if, somebody else planned that. Nobody knows what happened that day. Like, there's so many fucking factors to it that it's just, it all comes back to mind your own business. Like, we all got to mind our own business. And I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying that if we're focused on being the best version of ourselves and giving other people the best, that we have to offer, then we're not going to be stuck on this bullshit for too long. And that's why I don't look at people who, there's people that keep coming in here like, MoOse is this, MoOse is that, MoOse is this.
Right.
It's like, dude, you don't know the whole situation. You don't know how many times that I've had conversations behind the scenes with these people, and I plan stuff out. You know what I mean? I'm a very calculated individual, and I'm also a very respectful individual. So if I'm going to do something off the cuff, normally I will present myself with it before I do it. Or if I do come off the cuff, I apologize for it later. But a lot of people are so wrapped up in everybody else's life and not their own life.
Right.
And that's where the metaverse keeps it going.
Yeah. I think a lot of this happened because of the lack of lives of what brings us to these panels in the first place.
Somewhat, yeah, for sure.
Dude, I don't know if you realize this, MoOse, but what you just said is going to make people think even more that you're an agent of something.
Yep.
Oh, and that's fine.
He's
Dude,
an agent of inspiration.
You just said that, like, like you plan a lot of this stuff, like, behind the scenes, and like people are gonna be like, oh, the people like, see,
But
he
the
admitted
people
it.
that
Oh
are
my
going to
God,
think
I
that
know
are going to
exactly what
think
you
that
meant.
anyway
I
about
know what you
everything,
meant.
and
I
the
know what you
people
meant,
that are
but like,
not, it's
people
never
are
going to
gonna
cross
take
their
that
mind.
people are gonna take that totally the wrong way. Oh
And
man.
when we're looking for information to use against each other, we're going to find what we want to find somehow or another.
Well, there's a whole collection of live streams that people can mine for
Right.
information, and they do.
Yeah, I know. I just
I don't know why they're doing it though. Like, I don't know why.
I think MoOse.
Instead of enjoying the Panoverse, why are people
I think he's a
looking
great
for
guy,
things to
and, like,
use against each other? Like, why is that the
I
dynamic?
don't
they're
know. I
bringing?
don't know why everybody wants enemies so badly. Why does everybody
I know
want
why.
enemies?
Because it makes you
Conflict is
famous.
essential to human.
It's a tactic that's being used against all of society. Look at any Panelverse right now. Any group of Panelverse, they're all eating each other right now.
You don't think it's just part of what humans do? I know we had that whole Pluto and Aquarius thing.
I don't think it's just what humans
like
do.
there were cave
I think
people
that
sitting
it's
around the fire having
calculated.
these same kind of drama conversations.
It's a calculated way to boost yourself up. It's a way to boost your channel because conflict brings people.
Yeah,
People
but-
don't watch good news. People watch train wrecks.
Sure,
you're
but in
right.
this situation,
People
though,
like
it's
watching.
more
There are a
personal.
lot of panels that offer more than just conflict, and that people get something out of. That conflict
tool
doesn't have
reviews.
to be the dominant feature.
No, it's the easy way out, though. It's the easy
There was
road.
a point whenever I was really into working on doing woodworking on guitars, and I would have watched your tool reviews back then. So I got you. Totally would have.
For example, check this
Take
out.
care,
Like
Britt. Hit me up on Discord later. We'll get you.
you have the fight panel, right?
Right.
Why do people watch that? Because it's entertaining.
Well,
And
but
why
that
would you?
has the
But listen,
pretext of that, though,
why
too.
would you put a channel out like that? It's the easy road. It's
Yeah.
easy to get people to fight.
taps
It's
into
hard to
that
get people
limbic
to come together.
part of the brain.
Right. Yes, it is. Like I said before, man, the chemicals that go off in our brain when we experience love and hate is the same chemical. Maintaining love is
dopamine,
difficult.
So that's
You know,
actually a
maintaining
reflection of
fear,
all the
maintaining
drama
hate
is the reflection of the love we actually have for each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
I am
reflection of all
one
the
for balance.
dopamine we get from each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. That's all it comes down to. It's
People
like
that don't
stealing a
know
bucket
each
of
other,
cookie dough.
never would have met, never probably going to meet in person, interacting through a screen and firing off each other's dopamine.
I'm gonna meet up with Jack this week someday. I got morning meetings and shit.
Oh, that's right, because
but-
you're close to. Are y'all going to stream it?
Yeah, we're half an hour, 45 minutes away from each other. I don't know. I'm gonna call him tonight after his stream and kind of figure some stuff out. But
do a live podcast.
Dude, if I was 30 minutes
You
from
might.
Jack, you'd already see me and him sitting down because I'm that kind of guy. Like people are saying, "Oh, he's an agent. He does this. He does that."
Right.
Well, guess what? I'm one of the only motherfuckers that drives across the country. I'll stop and say hi to people. I'll stop and share a beer with you. I'll stop and shake your hand, go have dinner with you, like sit out there live stream with you. You know what I mean? It's like, how much more real can you get? I've shown people. I've been on stream where I'm folding towels for 6 hours straight because our hotel we needed towels for the hotel, and I'm sitting there showing people what I do. I'm showing them I'm out there mowing the lawns. Like, how much more real can you possibly get? And then you get people that are like, "Oh, he's a government agent." It's like, bro, if I was a government agent, would I be wearing 3-year-old shoes? Would I be wearing the same 5 shirts? Like government agents get paid well, dude. You know what I mean?
There comes a point in time where all of this conspiracy, fucking flat Earth theory bullshit, and all this conspiracy theory shit about how the system's rigged against us. Yeah, some of that's real,
I make
not all of it.
cheeseburgers.
I don't know how much of it is real.
Not all of it. You know, the churches historically have used religion as a way to kind of control people and manipulate their funds to go to the church, right? The government does the same thing. We can agree upon those concepts, but to every little intricity of life being manipulated.
I don't agree that the government is doing the same thing that churches. The government's not grifting me for money. They're not like soliciting me for money all the time. The money out of the government.
Well, you're not
is
mega.
very laid out what I owe and how it has to be paid. So it's not like the government has to get on TV and beg me to send in voluntarily.
No, and it's not even about that so much. It's about the conversations in those back rooms I was talking about. Hey, you young guys, you ought to run for office and push this agenda from inside the system, right? And there's a lot of those guys
that don't have. Just politics?
It is for sure, but it's a different type of politics when we're talking about white supremacy and white power and white dominance.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, they're not going to ever have the numbers. So it's politics, but they're taking such a ridiculous, unrealistic political.
We knew that. That's
position.
Why we get guys like Harlan Crow to back us. Guys like the Koch brothers and guys like all the old rich white guys that are backing the Republican Party right now.
You think they're backing these Aryan militia?
I think they're backing concepts. I think they're backing concepts that they don't understand. And when we have a former president go on the fucking nationwide whatever and say shit about the tainting of the blood, that comes right out of the rhetoric of the
nobody remembers that about. That's not even the 100th thing you remember about Trump.
It's a different kind of football game, guys. All it is bread and circus. It sucks your energy, sucks your time, sucks your attention, and it's constant. There's a reason why you're bombarded with entertainment, all this political drama. Why you're bombarded with problems because people can't pay their rent. People, looking for jobs can't find a home to buy because prices are going up. Every single aspect of society is just a honeypot to keep you from fucking working hard and doing what you got to do to take care of your shit. If more people.
Damn, I think did he go out? MoOse is bringing the wisdom today.
Yeah, he's bringing the wisdom.
The government must have stopped him.
Yeah, I think the government shut him down. No, I mean,
we gotta stop this guy.
He's telling the truth, though. He's telling the truth. Dude,
there you
MoOse, you cut out midway through.
Yeah, you cut out just as you were giving us the nugget.
Yeah,
you guys got the gist of it. It's
I did.
We're all distracted by stupid shit.
I'm distracted by the streaming penverse.
Well, that comes down to individual responsibility. It's up to you to pay off your house and stay out of debt, own your cars, own your house.
And it's up to you to take care of your attention, and it's up to you to make sure that if you want to be knowledgeable, that you read the books that you're supposed to pick up and read. Like the knowledge is out there. Everything is at our fingertips. It's up to us to hit the right button on the keyboard. Instead of going to that porno, it's up to us to go read the book, or up to us to go lift the weights, or do whatever we got to do to make our life better.
Don't you threaten my porno, MoOse?
Are you watching?
It's so easy. It's so easy just to sit here and bitch about everybody else, or create conflict between each other, because that's just another distraction on top of distraction on top of distraction on top of distraction. But if you're intentional with being here, and you're intentional of spreading a message or just having community with other people, we're human beings. We've got to have that part, but we got to, that's why this thing's only an hour, 2 hours or whatever, because you can't spend fucking your entire life doing this.
Right.
What a bit. Have you seen
same thing with Jack's panel though. I hopped on the first panel that I ever found of Jack's, and threw a couple things in the comments. He kind of pulled them up real quick and then threw the link out, and I hopped right up and had no clue who 99% of any of you guys were at that point in time.
He's streaming right now, by the way, and
yeah, it's 3 o'clock, so probably head over there. But I see his panel as I see his stream and the first half an hour to 45 minutes of his stuff, and TML's as enlightened person that wants to just kind of spread the knowledge that I have. And if you want to pick up some of those tools, here's the tools. I'm just presenting tools. I'm not telling you how to live your fucking life. I'm not telling you that this is the path that you need to fucking follow. I'm telling you this is my path. And anything that you can gain from that path that I've journeyed, hey, cool, pick it up and let's travel together, man. But it's like going to a fucking AA meeting where somebody always shows up halfway through the meeting, fucked up with a preconceived notion of, I'm going here for one simple reason, to derail this fucking meeting. Because I have to get my card signed anyways because I'm on probation, right?
Right. Yeah.
But they're not court ordered to go to Jack's fucking room. They're not court ordered to fucking do anything.
Yeah,
but we perceive this. So
it's power testing. They're trolls. They're seeing what they get away with.
and there's trolls, trolls everywhere, and we have to maintain that guarded front. We have to have boundaries and consequences.
I think for the most part we do a good job more or less as a community.
Yeah.
Like the trolls could be way worse than they are. We got Snafu here and there, Tommy here and there, and even Tommy could participate constructively at times.
And rant.
Carl gang.
Yeah,
And
what's
the
the
thing-
Carl gang thing? I just found out about them.
Hold on the Carl gang thing real fast. When it comes to Tommy or Snafu, or me, or many others like me,
I don't even think of you
you'll
as a
find
troll.
I didn't know you were in that category.
I don't understand why you feel you're a
if you
troll.
treat
I
them
really
with
don't.
You might be the
respect,
best of the bunch.
you know, you got to treat people the way you want them to react. Like if you treat Tommy like a troll, he can be the worst person on your panel. If you treat Tommy with respect, he can be one of the carriers.
Yeah, but I have.
No, I have not had that
respect
I've
before and
tried.
and got nothing but spurred over. By,
Yeah, I've given
like,
Tommy a
steamrolled
few
by him,
chances,
so.
and he's blown them every time.
Well, Tommy's a bad example, but
Yeah, Tommy's a bad example.
not really.
Give him
though,
another
because-
chance one day. Give it time.
And I put it down mostly.
I'll give him another chance one day. I will if I'm like maybe
autism
on
and
somebody else's
neurodivergence.
panel, on another panel. I'll give him another chance sometime. But I have given him chances multiple times and tried to engage with him in good faith, and all I got was
like he could do it a little while, but he can't keep it up long term.
yeah.
Until my ears
When
were bleeding
people
and
treat
I
me
had
like
to-
a troll, though, I troll them hard. Like
Hell
I'll
yeah.
go in
Sure,
there.
but
and-
I never treat people like a troll unless they're trolling like hard, you know. Like I always like
most of the time I can't even tell whether they're trolling or not. Like we've had
All right,
trolls
back to
on this
Carl
panel
then.
that have been trolls the whole
Yeah.
time, and I didn't.
Are you
even realize
familiar with Carl?
they were here to
Moose?
troll?
Is that a stick framed roof behind you? What's behind you, Moose?
Thatch roof.
Dude, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Sick.
he's got a nice house. He's got like I'm
Sick.
jealous of his house. I'm gonna come
Yeah,
steal your house.
that's the
Moose.
roof lines I like to build right there. Dang old Hip and Valley, man. Tell you what, coming in on dang old 612 and did it on 912.
I
Badass.
love that. Look at that sky.
I'm gonna come and steal your identity and take over your life, Moose. I think it's
this
so
is
nicer than mine right
Hell
now.
yeah.
Hey, about 2 hours ago, that was a what do you call it? A contrail in the sky, and now it's a now it's
Dissipate.
a complete dissipated pattern or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
It's not beautiful. It's not at all.
Don't want to get it too hot down there today. Just give it a little bit of shade.
So Moose,
Yeah,
do
but
you
so
know,
Carl,
do you know,
that
yeah,
Andaluvian prince or whatever.
He's
Yeah.
got a bunch of weird names, but basically he's a person who spends a lot of time online, and he makes funny. Some of his videos are funny, but
What's his name? His channel, Carl.
Well, his channel's gone. It's been
Andaluvian
deleted.
Prince.
Yeah, his channel has been deleted. His Reddit's been deleted, and last I heard,
That's
he
what
was
I'm
taking a
about.
little break. So we may or may not see them come in here as soon as we start talking about him.
Who were the
They may
ones
be-
that were here that were associated with?
They're
him?
all like his followers, his friends that follow him
Right.
around in these YouTube chats. They actually run a chat room 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where they coordinate their little
Like an
troll
IRC?
attacks.
That is
Yeah.
like
Full
no
IRC channel?
life.
It's weird, dude, and they hate me because of Robbie Escobar. Like he was part of their little cult or whatever, and I'm like, Robbie, these people are fucking crazy psycho stalker people.
Yeah.
And like he introduced me to them, and I hung out in their channel for like a month or whatever, and then they all like at one time like turned on me all weird. It was a total weird fucking thing. Like they pretended to be my friend for a little bit just to like fuck with me.
Yeah.
Oh, like
And that's that they come
the
into
victim.
here, Jeff, and they were
Were you
fucking
part-
with
were you-
me.
were you
The
in
one
their
guy was
IRC?
like, "You're still under observation. Like there's
Right.
like they're watching me." Or
Yeah,
something.
who?
It's
What were
fucking
their
weird.
names? I remember that day.
Troll Central.
That was one.
Yeah,
of
I'm serious, Moose. I know
Yeah.
you guys are laughing, but it's just I
No,
I
no,
took
I mean-
screenshots because it's
No,
just so
I'm not
fucking
laughing
weird.
because like I know
Moose was
for a
laughing.
fact like most of the really creepy or disturbing things I've ever learned on the internet was in IRC chats. If you hang out in the right IRC chats, you can talk to some people that will straight up tell you and give you receipts on some fucked up shit, and they don't give a fuck because they have it auto deleting the IRC all the thing. So it's like a Snapchat type thing. There's no record of it. So like people will straight up come in and we'll send you. I mean, I've got sent pictures I never wanted to see. I've seen things that I never. That's why I don't fuck with IRC. I don't even go in.
It's like the asshole that porn bombed Jack last week when Cynthia was sitting on panel with Snappy, and Snaps came on. He played that
Snafu guy or whatever.
Yeah, he played some video of.
Jack's an idiot for letting him on the panel.
Sure, but here's what I'm saying though is so guy comes on, Jack. It's just like a second and a half that the guy's on, and he's looking like this, and he goes, and then he hits a button, and it goes into this thing. I made a quick little video of it. I screen copied, recorded, edited.
So this wasn't Snafu. This was someone else. Who was the guy?
So the guy's name is Manelli. He's from Europe. As far as I can tell, he's from London or Edinburgh. He's been doing this shit for 12 years.
Oh,
he's got multiple accounts under the.
Is that William Geno guy?
William Johnston. He's kind of a big, fat-looking goober dude. He does videos where he'll like. I don't know. Anyways, I posted.
I think I've seen him on one of the panels before. I think I've seen some
weirdo, straight weirdo. But so like a week and a half ago, Flo was doing some stuff about how these guys work their stuff and how there is some manipulation there, right? By the time I got off Jack's panel, posted that video, it was about an hour later. Everybody in other panels was already saying, well, that was just Snaps coming on and having his buddies, while he was on there, he had his buddies come on and do that with all this more conspiracy shit. And I'm going, look, guys, I just spent like 45 minutes looking at this. I can tell you where the guy's been for the past 20 years. And for the past 12 years online, he's been a porn bombing troll. He's got multiple accounts and multiple email addresses with this William Johnston with numbers behind it.
It's not Snafu.
Oh.
No, it's not.
This is his
and not only that, but Snap came back and was like, all right, Jack, give me this guy's name. We're going to find him. And I'll be back in a minute. And he came back a couple minutes later. It was like, Jack, we got his face. We got everything else. And I unblocked a bunch of people. I went onto their panels, found their email addresses, and emailed them this little clip. Because it's not Snappy. It's not. It's straight up. It's not him. You can look at whatever you want to. This guy's been doing this shit through multiple things. So I got one of his accounts shut down. The account that he porn bombed Jack with no longer exists. But he still has 17 other accounts under this William Johnston pseudonym, but he always goes under the moniker of Manelli, like Liza Minnelli, right?
Oh, okay. I haven't seen him. He hasn't made it here yet. I don't know him.
I posted a thing in your general chat or in your video chat on your Discord here when we were talking earlier. And I sent it to Flo and a few other people just so at least you recognize the guy's name.
That's it.
And
That's
face.
The Carl guy.
No, that's this other guy, but it's the same type of shit where he'll get together with his friends and pull these moves,
I don't know if Carl does the porn bombing stuff, but he doesn't ever go up on panel or nothing. MoOse, you're familiar with him.
It's some lady wrapped in a snake lady.
Like he looked like porn. Actually, Carl was on his subreddit talking shit about TML and Tommy and shit too, but I never really shared it because I didn't really want to spread that shit. I did share it with Provo the other day, but yeah, like he made memes about me like every day, just about like he got a screenshot of my balding head.
I've never felt so good or so honored to be left out of things than I do right now.
I know.
I'm not getting any of this attention. I'm like, I am not jealous at all. Like, dear God.
He made one video. I'll send him to you if you want to see him, Jenna. I share him with Just Frank. Some of them are actually pretty funny, but I
at least want to know what the guys look like. So when it does come time to pull somebody up on panel and they're sitting there with their face, that I can at least
we should have like a little most one like
right.
We should have
our own book of faces, you might say it like book of
faces, like the casino
happened to Tommy Kemper a couple of weeks ago.
They're out there. There's communities that do nothing more than just try to hunt these guys down and figure out who they are, right?
Well,
Electricity.
just more or less just ban them from the panel.
Oh my
so
God!
that
Did you
way-
guys hear what Chris did? OMG, LOL.
Hunt anybody down on the internet, man.
You know, but that's the thing. We got all these weird little communities, and half of them are hunting each other, and half of them just want to put out some good
So
fucking energy.
Like just hang. Look, we're hanging out in the pool. The water's warm.
Right.
Got the hot tub. Just enjoy. Enjoy.
Yeah.
The good
Yeah,
stuff that this has to
you know,
offer.
it's so weird. Like like Carl's obsession with me is that I don't think Alex Jones should be banned, and he says, "Oh, well, how about all that empathy for the Sandy Hook victims? Like, I didn't do anything to Sandy Hook. Neither did
Yeah,
Alex
but there's a
Jones."
reason he's targeting you and not other people. It's something
Right.
about like they latch on to somebody that seems vulnerable or that they can.
It's the underbelly.
Like target somehow.
Every time Jack reacts to those guys,
yeah, that's what it is.
Showing them that he's still that
I've
button
seen
is still
do the
able
same
to be
thing.
pushed.
It's funny, I don't react to it, like, but he
Right.
sends
They'll
his
gang
goons
up on
in after me.
Neurojack because he has this vulnerability to him or something.
And it takes a long time for a stalker to get over their subject when they're being ignored.
Yeah, especially like when it's a gang stalker situation almost.
Yeah, and
Which I don't
everybody's
know
fueling
how
each
much
other.
gang stalking exists in real life, but it definitely exists in the internet. I will say that much.
Holy shit! Right.
I watched it with TML that first round with TB, and
Yeah.
it would come in and harass him on his streams.
Right.
People that think there's actually gang stalking happening in real life. I'm not saying it's never happened to anyone ever. I'm sure it has, but most of those people, unfortunately,
like it
are
does
just
here.
sick.
Yeah.
It happens there? Yeah, but you're talking about the internet. Yeah. But yeah, online though, in the panelverse, yeah, there is definitely true gang stalking activity that happens because I've seen it myself. It's just like it's.
Oh yeah, I've gotten that, but like from AOL and Gay.com back in the 90s and 2000s.
Shit, we used to find guys' pictures and make their own Grinder accounts for them.
Yeah, they had one person that made a profile of me with my exact name, and it had a picture, my
That's
picture,
old
and
school
it had
troll.
a bullseye over it, and it says "shoot here" was the profile headline, and they would go in the chat rooms, and people would think it was me, and then they'd pull up the profile.
Yeah, old school like hate memeing.
Yeah.
Before any of this live stuff existed,
hate
like
meme.
hate memes,
I've
straight
had
up. Like,
threats.
oh yeah.
I've had people threaten to come throw a brick through my window.
Yep.
I've had people threaten bodily harm.
So being as I, kind of went against the Nazi grain up here when they attacked my girlfriend's grandmother and her son,
Why
damn near
would they
beat them both
attack an
to
old
death.
lady? What's
Because
like
she drove by the compound and
heroic
her car
about that?
backfired.
She did what?
She drove by the compound during the National Assembly.
So they're just like thugs. They're gonna attack anybody. For any reason.
pretty much.
Her car backfired. Her Volkswagen bus.
And they thought, we'll teach that bitch. Let's go get the old.
So the two guards that were out at the road thought they heard gunshots and chased her down, shot out the tires, ran them off the road, beat the shit out of her, damn near fucking killed her.
Of a response to an old lady driving a car past your house.
And her son, a little bit dark skinned, they're Native American, was hiding underneath the frickin' console, underneath the dashboard and shit, and came out and was like, look, dudes, like, we're on your side. Don't kill us. Like, had to renounce everything that he was as a human and be sympathetic to their cause so that they wouldn't get killed, right?
But only until they got away, right? Did he believe whatever?
No, until they convinced the fucking Nazis not to kill him. Like, on the side of the road type of thing. So, like, not cool, right? Well, I was just out of 3 or 4 years out of high school at that point in time. My senior year paper that I wrote for my senior year for the senior paper was 1,000 Nazis marched through my streets.
What year was this?
95. So in 01 was when they ran Miss Keenan off the road. And this is all stuff that there's videos and stuff out there on. I helped tear down.
Were dealing with like real life trolls.
I testified against them in court. I used my paper against them in court. I did everything I could to stand up for the family that I knew, the individual family that I knew, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend's mother. And so that created a system of trolls behind me before internet shit even really existed.
Yep.
And that followed me into the tool review world and the YouTube world of just doing tool review.
I mean, that one is
and building
that's
shit.
horrifying.
That is a Christopher
story is
Guest
both horrifying and
documentary
hilarious
begging
stories
to
I've
be
ever
made.
heard.
Right?
It's so horrifying that there's like $1 million in damage, but it was over people that were fans of one kind of tools over another one. That is hilarious and amazing. Oh, are you out? You out, MoOse? You leaving?
No, I was saying hi to Angeline.
Oh, okay. I thought you're like a peace. I thought you were like peace out.
I am gonna have to. I have about 20 minutes left. I have a men's group tonight. I'm gonna have to go.
Yes.
So I just heard some like fucked up news. Another, I always talk about good things in Mexico and stuff, and how I love it down here and stuff. There's a bar that we can walk to from this house, and somebody has just posted on the local Facebook that they saw one of the local guys beating their dog with a fucking belt, and I know who it was.
With a
And
belt?
so
Yeah.
it's fucking shitty. It's fucking shitty.
Is there anything you can do?
Nah, man. I mean, it's their country. Like, unless I steal the dog,
Like
but
they
I
don't have
can't steal the dog.
animal control.
You don't got a bunch of neighbors. You can get your own
they don't- at
troll
least
patrol going, and
At least they're not like commonly eating dogs there in Mexico. Are
If
they?
somebody could video it.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody took a video of it or something, I'm sure that it's just it's sad, dude, because that's something that you're gonna find, in certain places of the world. They don't treat their animals like we do in America, and they treat their dogs like they're just beat the shit out of them.
I knew a girl. I knew a girl back in Vegas who came from a
Whoops, got beer back.
Taiwanese. Her family was from Thailand, and whenever she was a kid, she was horribly traumatized because whenever during for like one of like their big like holiday celebrations, she'd had a dog that she had her whole life, and without her knowledge, they had killed and cooked the dog and served it for the family at the family gathering, and she did not have any idea that this was happening, and she was like 8, and like her dog was like, and like they were like, oh yeah, that's dog good, dog, you eat dog, kind of thing. And I just like, I mean, like, and she was like she was like telling the story with like tears running down her face and stuff like that. I mean, it was like it's clearly very traumatizing for her, and I understand. I mean, I was even traumatized just by hearing it. And I was like, it was like it was like your pet. It was like yeah, it was my dog. I raised him from a puppy, and like it was just like like a pig or a chicken or something like that. They like there's places where they just straight up just like they're like, oh, dog's a good fat size now, time to eat him.
Yep.
I did not know
Dude,
that
it's
until
nuts, man, because
yikes.
Yeah.
this dog that was getting beat actually ran away twice and came to my house.
Oh.
Came to my house and was just totally cool dog, and it's a nice, beautiful German Shepherd. And then 2 years ago,
German Shepherds
the
are sweet
same
dogs,
people, they were found on the beach playing golf with the babies of one of the dogs.
Oh my god.
So there is some sick things that happen out in this world, and it doesn't matter,
dude.
America or Mexico, shit happens.
Yeah, there's freaking psychos everywhere, and paranoia will destroy you, and everybody's paranoid. And that's one of the tactics that they talked about up here was keep everybody paranoid and.
Well, it does. I do notice some paranoia among, like heightened paranoia among. People, a tendency to it among people in this universe.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's
where all the they accusations go. They're doing this. They are doing that.
They, them, the others.
Even with drama, like even the drama that happens with us, it's always like they.
Yeah.
Like Cynthia's part of this group that's going around. Like it's not just drama with Cynthia herself. It's drama with the they behind.
Well, I try to be more specific in my paranoid accusations. So
I like you and him.
That's how
I haven't even like that's the thing about you and MoOse both. You both, Chopper, Jeff, and MoOse both. I have no I have yet to hear you guys make paranoid accusations or do anything really all that troll.
Oh, I'll work on it.
You guys make jokes.
Well, MoOse has a life outside of the
MoOse has a life.
We can.
I have a life outside of the streets
Jeff,
too.
Jeff works and he plays video games and he has his dogs.
Yeah, this is
and you
pickles.
guys both make jokes that are funny, and I think I don't care if somebody can make fun of me all day long. It's funny. You know, just like someone just like pointing at you being like stupid, retard, or something like that. Like, you know, like that's just like that's not. There's no joke there. If somebody makes a good, funny joke, I'll laugh as hard about it. I'll laugh harder at it than anybody else.
How
I think
old you was
I
when I
love
heard
that
that
shit.
one?
Like, make
Yeah,
fun of me.
Right,
Go
you
but
for it.
just
guys
coming
got
up with
free
the
reign to make
whole
jokes about me as long as
I'm
they're
down with
like
jokes.
somewhat
Jokes are
funny.
funny.
I'm trying
I mean,
to, but I mean, you're so wholesome. It's hard to
I
even
know.
come
I
up
know.
with.
He's like such a nice guy. That's
I'm
what I don't
usually good
get.
at thinking of ugly things to say about people, and MoOse just defeats me.
Little
I'll
prick
try
with
though. I
that
will
half-ass
I'll
work
send
on
beard.
it.
you a Gen X. I'll send you
Throw
some of
some
Carl
tea,
memes. They're
read
kind
you,
of
and
funny.
throw some tea and shade. Do what?
Not gonna lie.
What?
I'll send you some of Carl memes that he made about me. They are kind of funny.
Yeah,
but
maybe
You
I'll
know
get
what?
inspiration from them.
Like we were talking about
hey,
how
come
things
on,
can be
guys.
taken and
It's
received
only
differently.
it's only
Like
6:48. And my dogs are gonna eat
And
me.
everybody is
Stop it.
like, each person has their own way that they're gonna see and take things.
and there's no cognitive awareness anymore, trained into society that first of all, to treat each others as you want to be treated, but the amount of reading the room that
I'm
doesn't
bad at that.
happen.
Some
I mean,
of
like,
it, Fatty, especially with this crowd. There's autism, there's ADHD, neurodivergent, and that can all make reading the room a special challenge.
yeah,
It can
more
be.
than anything else, it's just a lack of awareness. It's
I
like
think
Joe
people
Cool
have
coming onto
told
the
me
panel last night,
so many times that MoOse, read the room, MoOse, read the
right?
room, and I'm like,
Joe Cool,
nah.
read the
When I
room.
walk in the room, I'm always gonna be me. Like no matter where I go,
Yeah,
I'm
it doesn't
always
matter
me.
what
So
I'm doing. It's
Yep.
I'm not
Right.
gonna
Yeah. I, like,
adjust
and reading the
anything.
room. Reading the room is kind of like a way of
It's
like group think.
ableist.
It's a way. No, it's like a group think way of like singling out the person that's not quite with the group, and I think
Yeah.
that's incorrect.
Somewhat,
But
but
a better mentality for a group to have is to recognize the individuality of each person, how they fit into that group, and how they fit into a greater sense of an organism. Like that, we all actually have different perspectives and everything. It's a good thing because we can contribute different ideas and different things to different projects. That's the important thing to see in people, and to see that we are all we can be, if we choose to be, a greater part of a whole, and not like some communism or some sort of like fascist way. I'm just saying that we can actually choose to like take a role in a society, in a community, and do it and do something for for our own benefit and everyone else's benefit. It doesn't have to be either or. And like, and
but
if people would
when you get
recognize that.
monetized, though, just make sure you don't go and brag about it, because the thing is you got a lot of people. What they do is am I cutting out? I'm cutting
A
out.
little bit.
I'm cutting out. Am I here? So like, when you get monetized, don't brag about that shit, because I've helped a lot of creators, and I've been on their panels and I've been part of their story and stuff. And then they start bragging about, oh, I make all this money, or I do this. And then MoOse starts to go like, hey, what am I doing here for free, right? And it's like, it's not just me. It's not just about me. It's
I
about the
understand
other
that
people that
completely.
you're gonna churn away. You're
I
gonna
understand that
push people
completely.
away
Yeah.
by saying, dude, I make all this money by being, having you
I
on
don't
my
expect
panels
to
and
make
stuff.
a terrible amount of
and
money.
even
I
with
don't
the
either.
money,
I
even
don't
with the
either.
It's a
money
side
completely out
hustle
of
with anything else.
But if
it's
I
like we've got
go ahead.
each owner has their own kind of tone, right? Each content
Yeah.
creator, each owner of their own stream, and is it our responsibility when we go out into society to walk into a doctor's office and treat the doctor's office like a doctor's office, and walk into the grocery store and treat it like a grocery store, or just walk in and be like, "What's up, homies? Oh, fucking check this fucking fuck bomb out." That's just me, bro. If you don't like it, if you don't like me, bro, if you don't like me the way I am, it's fucking whatever.
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't come across like that. I
No,
am myself,
but in general,
I don't bust down the door and start doing that.
right.
And
I think it's
Jeff
really
is a
important to
gracious
respect
host.
the panel.
Jeff is a very
Right.
gracious host.
And
He always
there
thanks
just
people
isn't
for
a lot
being
of that.
here and stuff.
Yeah, fucking hey, we're all individuals and we're all hyper aware of ourselves, but I'm more so, thinking right now about how last night's stream went with Jesse and Jolene.
It was a positive experience.
It was awesome until Joe started dropping the N-word.
Joe Cool?
And so Simon Hectic came up from, he's in
Say
London.
no more. Simon was there. Say no more.
Simon and Joe ended up on the same panel, and it ended up basically a bunch of N-words being floated around on their panel, like on their High Vibe Love Tribe stream. So just a hyper awareness of like,
Yeah, it's what is it? Taming the whirlwind, reaping the whirlwind.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you
Great
are not
term.
in control of what happens to these paddles when
Great term.
they have a life of their own.
But typically,
unless you want to be really authoritarian and start controlling.
It's a cycle though on live streaming that you have this great positive come together moment. Something happens. There's an argument. And then everybody works it out and comes together. There's an apology or not. There's at least an understanding. And then there's a bunch of positive stuff that comes after that. But I haven't seen a lot of.
Which phase do you think we're in? The pre-con, like, is the conflict that's happening lately going to lead to the positive phase? Is that where we're at?
I think as a whole right now, you got content creators going after other content creators throughout all of the live streamosphere. From the debate bros to the red
and
pills.
Is that just part of like natural competition in this because it's a field
I
and
think
industry?
So. The past 3 years, I've been in 3 completely different communities, as I'll work in the summer building shit and then snowboard in the winter. And winter's different. I have time to like do these things. Summertime, I'm working 20 hours a fucking day, managing multiple employees, multiple subcontractors, multiple accounts, and getting hacked, and getting OSHA fined. Like the amount of stress I put myself through it's worth it. But in the wintertime, I choose to snowboard and do these things. It's always this time of year that content creators start eating each other.
Oh.
Because it's springtime. What happens in springtime?
Pluto in Aquarius, but
well, Uranus is squared. Pluto's out there doing its thing. We're retrograding off the Mars.
Well,
Venus
I still see a lot of potential in these communities, and I still am hopeful that these are just little bumps, and long term, the drama's gonna work itself out, and the community's
like Cynthia talked about, where she's keeping notes of kind of how things go and she's starting to see some patterns.
I think it's important for me and personally. I was focused on having being entertained by what I'm doing, or making sure that I'm still enjoying it.
Right.
If I don't really care about making money. I mean,
right.
I still got a job and stuff, and that's not going to change.
Yeah, this is when it's kind of a side piece hustle, or not even a hustle. It's just like something fun to do compared to dealing with folks that are straight up like, this is my livelihood, and anything you say against me right now, this is my only source of income. Anything you say against me is going to be held against you, because I'm holding everything against everybody else.
I don't really care about talking about stuff like that at all. Like for me, I bought all this land back in 2006, and I haven't really done much to it until just recently. So I think that what I really want to focus on doing is putting my effort into what I can do outside with the tools that I have, and maybe stream it or videotape it, and then edit it into something watchable during the summer. Because I started running live streams just working outside, and it was really just boring to watch, but like people still tuned in just for the scenery and stuff. So it was kind of fun to do.
People like a hangout too. That's something a lot of people don't realize. They just want to be part of something. They want to have some friends.
Pretty much.
When you do something every single day, they wake up and they're like, hey, Jeff is going live at 12 or 1 or whatever time it is.
And it's not something I'm not already going to be doing anyway, is the whole point. Like, I already do want to put work into my land. Like, might as well just share the journey,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely. I think that's really, I think that's the key difference, and the important thing about like what technology is adding to the concept of community, that we still need to bridge the gap between the IRL part of it and the online part of it. But the online part of it is a really essential part of creating community in today's environment and society. It really is.
Building
and
fellowship,
camaraderie. Because you can share parts of your life that you couldn't before in a way that you couldn't before, and I think that I really think it's cool. I mean, I really do. It's like some people maybe are opening up maybe more than they should in some cases, but you know what I mean. But like,
there's a certain anonymity about not being in the same town together, but being able to say, hey, I know who these guys are. We've all given up some intimate of ourselves that we can use as ammunition against each other if we want to.
Yeah, but that's where you build trust.
When I'm on here talking, I never think of it as, this is potential ammunition. But maybe I should.
I don't either.
But those folks are out there, and that's all they do, and that's all they thrive on, is
they've
finding
got
ammunition.
they've got
But
that
those folks have
psychopathic
always
predator
been out there,
mentality.
like you yourself said,
Exactly.
even before the internet, and they're always going to be out there.
And they'll be out there in real life too.
And it's weird. A lot of them do the spaghetti on the wall method, man. Like
Right.
the one day I
And
wore a
they
beanie.
they
I wore a
target.
beanie
It's
on
like the weak
screen,
gazelles.
and
They try to
suddenly
find
I'm
the
a
gazelles that are already
right. Like suddenly I'm a Tim Pool simp because I wore a beanie once on
Right.
on stream.
Seriously?
Like,
Because you're a Temple Simp because you wear a beanie? Oh my god, that's
yeah.
what does that
that's
make?
hilarious though.
It is
I think what
hilarious.
this panel right here, though, I think what this panel offers other people that other panels don't offer is a place to communicate that is basically it's not very filtered, right? You go to these other content creators and places I've been before, and the guy who's in charge of the thing he's holding on for control for dear life, right?
Yeah.
And the second the topic starts to stray, or the second you get somebody up there that they don't like or
Hit you with a
something like that,
soundboard.
everything just starts going fucking shitty.
Yep.
And so like other people in the crowd are going to see that this is a place where you can be yourself, and you don't I mean, of course we're all a little bit of a character, but you're able to open up and actually develop like real lasting relationships when you can be yourself and not be jerked around all the time.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
time.
for real, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I can't think of a perfect note to end on.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Yeah, I
Get your
don't
shit
have
done, Jeff.
I don't have
Yeah.
anything to add except for
Yeah. Does it?
sign
Yeah.
up
Here,
once again.
everybody can have their wrap up time. Fatty,
please-
go.
Check out that video I put on your video page there on your Discord. That's got that Manelli guy that bombed
check it
out
out.
on Jock last week.
I will check it
Just
out.
be hyper aware, just be hyper aware and be hyper aware, but not
Vigilant.
paranoid.
Vigilant
Dang,
always.
Moose is gone. I would. Yeah, thank you, Moose.
Paranoia will destroy
I
ya.
really appreciate your contribution today. I like what you had to say many times. I think
And I like
today
being on panels where it's
you
not
really
just
hit
verbal
on some
combat.
important, crucial things that the community needed to
Yeah,
I
verbal
agree.
combat's
I
fun and
take a
all,
look at.
but that's just I play
It's
that
just
role
for
on that
fun,
show
yeah.
for a reason. Somebody's got to be the
Yeah.
antagonist for any
Well,
position.
all the Panelverse is a stage, and
Yep.
we're but merely players.
If you guys want some good tools,
we're merely its puppets. We're being puppeted by the great panel gods above.
Jeff, oops, sorry, I meant to. Anything you want to wrap up with? Are you streaming later?
I don't know. I might.
I
was gonna play Starfield for a bit, but to be honest, it's such a boring game. I'm almost embarrassed to stream
We'll
it.
probably have Mr. Robot going on later at some point today.
I might tune into that while I play some Starfield. So
If you want to promote your spherical globe bullshit, I mean, like, what the hell, man? What the hell is this about?
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I just want to put that out there wherever I go in this panel verse.
Donut Earth, Donut Earth, Donut Earth.
Like a talisman.
just to strike up that conversation, because I know, man, we got to have faith in people. Like, it's okay to be ignorant. Like, it's okay. You can admit that you're wrong about flat Earth because it's a globe. That's that's a side mission, a side quest.
You mean a donut?
But online,
yeah,
we can't admit fault at all. No, we don't admit fault for nothing. No, we
that's
stand
what
by
I'm
it.
here to change, right?
Right.
I'm trying to get my
Well,
hands
we
right.
appreciate it, and we definitely
right on, Cover.
I guess I can only do one at a time.
Oh, it's man, that sucks.
Zoom added that feature recently
Nice.
where it can read your thumbs now.
Wait, this is like a plugin you're using on your camera or something like that, right, Jeff?
It's an app
Is
called
it that
Camo.
camo thing?
Yeah, and I got a
thing.
storage unit that I bought just yesterday. I picked up, and it had a bunch of old electronics in it, and I found this HD webcam
Nice.
in it. So that was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
So that,
your camera looks cool. You got that you look like you're in a smoky, dark dungeon room or something, with
I just want the focus to be on me and not my surroundings. And I mean, I don't have anything
I used to do that too,
behind
but
me,
I got annoyed with how it would glitch out on me. So I just was like, fuck it, people can see.
I think it's much better from a stationary camera because it hasn't glitched once since I turned it on. So
they work really well. They work really well. I've had the same Logitech C9 whatever the things are. I remember ever. Anyway.
And well, thanks for having me on, Jeff. I appreciate it as always.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for coming on. And Fatty, you too.
Yeah,
And
always.
we'll be here tomorrow.
And as
Same
I
bat
said,
time,
I would say
same bat
yes.
place.
Same Jeff time, same Jeff channel. And I just say, like, please, if anybody's interested in joining in our test group for Panel Survivor, please email me. I'm trying to get together a group of people that want to try to
How
help
many
test
do you
it
have
out.
so far, and how many are you looking
Nobody,
for?
nobody,
Oh.
nobody,
Well,
nobody.
I
has
didn't
emailed.
email you, but well, I'm
Yeah,
going to be
I know.
helping
Well,
you
I
run
know,
it.
I
So
know
I guess
you. I know you're in.
because
but
if
I'm
I
just
was a
saying, like,
contestant, it wouldn't even be a fair fight anyway. So I should just run it.
Gotta go. Catch you in a little bit.
Take care,
later,
Fatty. See you later.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Chris. I'll get you that stuff after we sign off.
Yeah, no problem. Later.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Okay, that is see you tomorrow. That's it for today. That was a lot of very eventful. See what happens from here. Take care. Or come watch Mr. Robot with us later today.